Oh, hold up here. We got to make sure that we put the background. All right, hold up. Got to make sure that we put the appropriate background. So here we go. There we go. Got to put the appropriate Spawncast background. We're gonna be going over the topics that were the Spawncast, and those who got a chance to watch, you guys are gonna let me know what happened too. So we're gonna go over all of that. What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome to the Spawncast Night Show. Kind of recapping what happened on the Spawncast, some of your thoughts and all that. I wasn't able to make it to the recording of the Spawncast, unfortunately, but like I said, we're gonna have a nice recap of it, go over the topics. I'll give my take on what I can give my take on and like what I'm knowledgeable about, because there's probably some stuff that I will not be able to go over. So shout outs to John. Hopefully they had a great show. Hopefully I can have a cool nightcap here for you guys on everything. So yeah, we're going to discuss all that. Plus, of course, more stuff. You guys know how we do it. You know, we're going to discuss all sorts of other topics. More fan interaction in terms of throughout the whole night. And of course, your questions, comments, all of that good stuff. You guys can let me know how it went. So yeah. All right, let's get into the shout outs though. First and foremost, I don't care what show it is. Let's see, just be better than RGT on a certain topic. I don't know what topic is that. If it's like the lawsuit stuff, like I said, I'm garbage at the lawsuit stuff. Like I've tried the last couple times and I've been wrong. People will tell me, no, that's wrong, or that's this or that. So I'm not really good at the lawsuit stuff. I think I've embarrassed myself enough on that. So I'll do my best on every single topic that I can. I will do my best. But all right, let's get into the shout outs. Let's see here. Dior, what's good, Dior? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Big love to Party Man, Pingui Hobby. What is good, Party Man Brothership? Party Man Brothership. That's J2 Blue and Party Man fused together. Party Man Brothership. But they both have Brothership in their name, so it's just, it wouldn't even be a fusion. It's just Party Man at full power. Shout outs to J2. Pro Joe, what's up, man? Long time no see. Welcome to the stream. Jacob Dressback, what's up, Jacob? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Yo, Nick Pad, what's up, man? Welcome. Rukia X Play, what's up, Rukia? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Suzumiya, what's good? Welcome. Ray B, what's up, Ray? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing tonight? Rob Glass, what's good? Welcome. Worth a shot. Can guarantee you can mention something beyond, oh, if Pocket Pair wasn't successful, the patent dispute would cease. I think that me personally, this is just my own, like, this is not legal advice or anything like that. But me personally, I think that if Pocket Pair was not successful, yeah, it probably wouldn't. But I think it's because Pocket Pair like hijacked so many designs and they were successful. I think it was a combination of the two, because you can't really, I mean, you can sue for damages even if somebody doesn't have any money, but obviously the more successful somebody is and they're ripping off your designs, like in terms of, obviously the lawsuit isn't based off of the exact, like, oh, we're not saying that you stole our designs, but clearly they're ripping off a lot of the designs, right? So I think that's part of where we feel like we're gonna bully you a little bit, because not only did you rip off your designs and you're making a ton of money off of clearly ripped off designs, but we can't prove that in court. So yeah, I think it's a combination of that. I mean, that's just my own personal, like I said, that might be wrong, but I think that's my own personal opinion on what Nintendo's doing, because it is super successful, but they did just kind of rip off Lucario and rip off like a lot of stuff is way too similar. So I think that's the reason why Nintendo's going after them. Like it's a combination of, yeah, success, obviously, and then on top of that, it's like, yo, Pocket Pair is just like completely ripped off some stuff, you know, because there's other games that do the exact same mechanics that Pocket Pair did with what's it called, with Palworld. It's a combination. 7 Deal with the 17 months. What's good? 61. Shout outs to Monado Mar with the 61 months. He says, yeah. Speaking of, he repeats the same argument on Spawncast saying MVG's developer went wrong about Backcompat. Yeah. I mean, once again, like, being a developer is one thing, but like, I'll say it in the Spawncast. I'll say it again here. Being business minded is another thing, and looking at information is another thing. Like, I don't gotta be a developer to tell you that there was probably going to be backwards compatibility. Like, you know, so that has nothing to, like, you don't gotta be a developer to say, yeah, it's probably in their best interest and it probably will be backwards compatible. Being a developer or not does not make it to where it's more likely that you know or not. Now, don't get me wrong, like, if you have certain, like, you know, inside knowledge of the tech specs and all, which I think MVG was very clear to say that he doesn't know beforehand. Like, he doesn't have any extra information on the hardware or anything like that, right? So if you have some extra information, but I think, you know, for me as someone who's been looking at Nintendo business for a long time, I think that when it comes to stuff like this, whether you're a developer or not, you're still entitled to make, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I think that just because someone's a developer does not mean that they're going to know more than someone who doesn't on this one, on this particular, if they're going to do it or not, especially when it's been done many times before. Now, if backwards compatibility has not been done by Nintendo and there was a smoking gun with it's not possible, or like, let's say you're trying to say, well, a human is gonna fly, something like that, and then like you have like a you know, like a certified kinesiologist or a doctor say, well, yeah, it's not possible, you know, then that's one thing, right? But it's very possible. It's been done before many times. It's a common thing to have backwards compatibility. It is not a oh my gosh, I can't believe it's happening. It's not that. It's happened several times in Nintendo's history. Like I said, if it was very scarce, or if it never happened, or if there was, you know, if it was like once in a blue moon, then I would absolutely agree where being a developer gives you high authority, because it's like, okay, well, it's people, these guys that work on the tech. But since we have a lot of evidence that it's been done many times with different types of technologies and cartridge sizes and powers of systems and features, I think that that doesn't give somebody, in my opinion, that doesn't make it to where he's going to know more than everybody else on that, because he did admit, now he explained like the nuts and bolts of some of the technical aspects of it. But once again, there is something that precedes, or there is something that actually influences those technical aspects, and that is business. So regardless of how much you know about tech, business can affect exactly how your tech is going to be. Nintendo's whole business is lined up based off of that. Use weather technology that's cheaper from a business perspective in order to do what we want to do. So that is from a business side influencing the tech. You see what I'm saying? So Switch being super successful and Switch selling 150 million units or whatever, that is business incentive to do backwards compatibility. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't need to be a developer to say, no, I think it's probably going to have it based off of this, you know? So yeah. But that's just my opinion on it. You know, I respect I respect Spawn's opinion, or I respect RGT's, I respect, you know, MVG's. Like on his video, I watched it, I disagree, but I'm like, okay, well, you know, we'll see, but I disagree, you know? So yeah. We getting Spider-Man game on the Series X? A Spider-Man game on Series X? No, because that's Sony has that. Let's see, what's up, man? Just enjoy Brothership so far. The more I play, the more it grows. Yeah, it's a long game, generally speaking, so it's a slow burn, but it's getting better. J2, I check your messages, bro. I did message you back on the whole Mario Luigi Brothership thing. I do have to see if I'll be able to get my mom to take care of my boy if we can get that done. So I'll circle back to you, brother. I'll see if I can get that situated. I didn't line things up correctly with the timing. Give me 1 second. Let me look up something real quick. So yeah, it's all good. Spawn Wave looks different, but I'm here for it. This is Spawncast Nightshow. What's up, OJ? People capping for Astro Bot. LOL. The game did fine, but 1.5 million sales won't change the landscape at PS at all. Movie games sell 10 million plus. The audience just isn't there anymore. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of combination of a lot of things. I think a lot of the people that bought Astro Bot were actually like people that like play Nintendo games that happened to have a PlayStation 5 when they bought it. But yeah, definitely the larger audience that rushes out and buys Horizon and God of War. Obviously, they didn't rush out to go buy Astro Bot, you know. But you're right. It's not bad. It's not a bad number, and I think they're actually profitable off that, you know. Thank you for the 5 months of membership, Ambu tier. Yo, let's go, Ambu tier. Let's get it. Thank you. I appreciate that. RG's argument is also looking at Nintendo for home consoles, SNES, and NES, SNES, N64, GameCube. All have no back compat. Meanwhile, you forgot the handhelds. Yeah. You forgot it's a hybrid, so you forget the handhelds. On top of that, like GameCube to Wii had it. And remember, it's about architecture more so than anything. Once again, it's about architecture. And we know that they're going to be using NVIDIA. We know that it's going to be a custom NVIDIA chip for this next system. So that's one of the big things. GameCube to Wii, very similar architecture. Wii to Wii U, PowerPC, very similar. So that's the reason why. If you're looking at like the handheld systems, obviously a little bit of different things, but you know, they're using a small, small handheld mobile chip, handheld chips on those ones. So Game Boy to Game Boy Color to Game Boy Advance to DS. I mean, that's completely different what you're doing there. Cartridge size and all that, but they were still able to put something in there. But yeah, it's a hybrid platform, so you have to factor in what they did on their portable systems and what they're doing on the home consoles. But if you look at it in more recent memory, Nintendo had, they had 2 straight systems before the Switch that had backwards compatibility. So it's not like they didn't have it in more recent than not have it. It was just the Switch or Wii U to Switch. But GameCube to Wii, Wii to Wii U, I mean, you got to factor in more of the modern thing than I would say the older thing on that one. And then, of course, you have to factor in the I don't know why you don't factor in the handheld systems more than anything, considering the Nintendo Switch has a hybrid form factor, a portable form factor as well. So you got to factor that in. You can't leave that one out, to try to just put it on the home console. You gotta factor in the hybrid platform. Clearly, the Nintendo Switch is also a portable. It's a home console, but it's also a portable too. So you gotta factor that in. You can't just remove that, In my opinion, you can't just remove that. No problem. I was trying to line it up what was convenient with your time. Yeah, J2, like I said, I'll double back around on that one just because my wife is going to be working for a bit longer till then. So, like I said, I'll have to see what I can do to move it around. But if not, it might be a little bit later in the day. But, I mean, hopefully you're okay with that if it's a little bit later at night, Backwards compatible Greg with the 2 says, Greg 1 likes games will be compatible with Greg 2. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that, Greg. You're on the Hokage and stream, didn't you? So yeah. Excuse me. Sicilian with the $2 says DC guy charged his girlfriend $500 for his 4-year-old PS5. We already went over this, Sicilian. You already know what I think. I thought that was hilarious. That Dreamcast guy would charge his girlfriend $500 for that old system. The funniest thing is like, yeah, well, people forgot the fact that I threw in a stack of games and 2 controllers, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, that doesn't make it any better. Shout out to Sicilian and shout outs to backwards compatible Greg. Guys, we can do full combo rewards and all of that tonight. So if we hit our 60 goal, we will have an extension hour, and then if we hit our 100, we'll have the bonus stream as well. We can do something maybe tomorrow for a big. Actually, I owe you guys one, so we'll try to get something. We'll try to get a big stream tomorrow. With Mario and Luigi and some other stuff. Backwards compatible Greg with the 2. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate. I'm just gonna put Greg. BC Greg. BC Greg and Sicilian on the board. Anybody does 2 or more, you can beat out BC Greg and Sicilian. Sicilian gamer with the with the Hokage and streaming. So let's go. What Nintendo tweet about the rest of November? Don't they push Donkey Kong yet? Maybe fitness boxing. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with the rest of the year. I think they're really just getting ready and getting primed up for the Switch 2. But like I said, we'll see what they decide to do. But yeah, I mean, they could push that. I mean, Donkey Kong's coming out January, so it's coming out pretty soon here. So yeah, I'd expect to see that soon. Funny how much Nintendo gives the pirates so many warnings, and they keep on trying them and get surprised when Nintendo sues them. Yeah, Nintendo's getting pretty sue happy lately. They've been suing everything that moves. You better not just say anything, bro. They coming after you at this point. Let's see here. Are there sales numbers for Astro Bot? Yeah, Astro Bot sold 1.5 million units. I don't really think it's bad takes. It's just opinions. Like, I wouldn't call it a bad take. Like, I'm not gonna be like the Spawncast commenters, where everything I say is a bad take because I disagree with it or whatever. Like, I see what you guys are saying. I don't think it's necessarily. It's just a difference of opinion, and I think it's just a lack of. I would say it's just like it's trying to make your point, right? If you're on one side of the fence and something happens and it doesn't happen the way that you thought, you're gonna make excuses, right? At least some people do, some people don't. And I think that's the reason why he's a bit apprehensive about things. It's like, oh, well, there are other systems. So you're trying to look for reasons why you felt the way that you felt. And personally, for me, I think people felt that way. I don't think it had anything to do with technology. I think really most people felt that way. Not even about looking at MVG's video. It wasn't even about technology because most people didn't even understand what MVG was saying in the first place. I think it was just about Nintendo stupid. I legitimately think that's what it is. Nintendo's stupid and they're greedy and they're just going to charge us more, because I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was more than anything. And then when it's not that, clearly it's not that, it's like, okay, well, let me think of things that are actually logical to explain my point, you know? I think that's kind of what's happening. That's what I would guess is why, because I did see a lot of pushback on that. So yeah. So I think that's really what it comes down to, is like Nintendo's dumb, they make stupid decisions, and this is the reason why. I don't think it had anything to do with MVG's video. Like, I think most people don't even understand. They didn't understand it. They didn't even understand or even know. So I think that's really what it came down to. And I think that's a lot of what people were saying. That's a lot of what I heard, was they're dumb. They would do this because they're going to just remake the, recharges for the games. Like, just, whatever, right? Like, whatever the case is. So yeah. Yo, the African Chop with the $3.
After playing Mario and Luigi Brothership for a couple of hours.
Yes, sir.
This is definitely the best one in my opinion.
Okay.
It's so much fun. Also, I don't want to say some reviewers flat out lied, but I didn't notice any frame drops or much hand-holding in the game.
The hand-holding isn't, like, the tutorials are pretty quick and fast, so yeah, I don't really think that's that big of a deal. Performance, I know J2 said that he had some performance stuff with it. I've been playing it. I think maybe there was a little bit, but I was playing portable mode, so I'm not really paying attention. I would say that the what's it called? The loading times to get into the battles, I wish they're a little bit faster. I think that they're a little bit slow. I think it takes around like 4 or 5 seconds for a lot of battles to get in, and it should be way quicker than that. Like, for example, Metaphor Fantasio was like instant. It's like literally like you hit the and goes like instantly, smoothly transitions. SMT5 Vengeance is instant, so yeah. Now listen, I don't know if it's the best Mario and Luigi game. I haven't played enough. I'm only like an hour plus in or so. So I haven't played it enough. I just know that it's not a 5 out of 10. I know that it's not a 5. I know that it's not a 5 out of 10 game. That's what I do know. Shout out to the African Triforce though with the bring out the broom, the sweep of the board. Let's go. Thank you for that $3. 7 on the combo board. We out here. Let's get those combo breakers up, boys and girls. And yeah, man, like, yeah, thank you guys for the support tonight. Anybody does $3 or more, you can beat out my man African Triforce on the Hokage and Stream Ninja board. Yo, thank you so much, African Triforce. Thank you for the big $3. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's like what they said. The reason is Nintendo's going to be Nintendo's stupid. Yeah, I think that's really what the real reason was. And then it was masked behind other... I think it was masked behind other things. It was masked behind other, like, reasons to sound like they're not just being cynical about the whole situation. So I think that's what it was. It was like, oh, let me bring up, older systems, or let me bring up this or that. But I think at the end of the day, what it really came down to was Nintendo's stupid and they're greedy and they're going to charge us. Like, I think that's really what they felt overall. Not saying MVG felt that way. I think that maybe he felt that way a little bit, but I think he was actually looking at it from a logical developer's side of things, because of how the Nintendo Switch works, because of how, you're going for more power. I think he was actually legitimately looking at it that way. I don't think other people were looking at it that way. I think other people just saw the video and was like, yeah, they're not going to do it because they're stupid. Because most people don't even understand what the hell MVG's talking about in his videos when it comes to technology. He does a great job of breaking it down, and everything, but I don't think people were looking at it like, oh yeah, technology-wise, that's not going to be, there's all this little... People didn't even understand what the hell he was saying in that video. They were just agreeing because, Nintendo's dumb. I think that's what 70% of the people, 80% of the people, I'm just making up a number here, okay? 80% of the people that were agreeing and saying it's not going to have it, or, there's a big chance, it was because of that. It wasn't because of it wasn't because of the N64, or it wasn't because of that. That was not the reason, or the Super Nintendo. People are not looking at the freaking 1980 to see what Nintendo's going to do. Like, nobody's sitting there looking back at systems freaking 20 plus years ago and like, oh yeah, that's the reason why they're going to make a decision, when nobody was even, there's barely nobody making the decisions right now at Nintendo were even at the company. Like, nobody, well, Miyamoto's still there, but nobody making the hardware decisions is even still at the company. That was around in the NES to Super Nintendo, or Super Nintendo to the N64. None of those people are even around. It's all new leadership. Furukawa was like a baby back then. He was like a small child. Okay, Shinya Takahashi, who's the other guy? Koizumi, they were all developers. They were all developers that had no say on hardware. So all the people that are even making the decisions now weren't even making the decisions back then. So, I mean, using all of that, you'd have to use more modern, you know, like what did they do recently? Like people that were at least starting to move into senior positions recently. So you got to look at more of that than I would say 40 years ago or something like that to see what decision they're going to make. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some things that repeat themselves with Nintendo's past, which that's fine. But I don't know if the hardware stuff, especially after they moved over to a hybrid platform, that completely takes everything that you might have known off the table. Like, you got to remove everything that you probably think, in my opinion at least, because you're no longer making just a straight up home console. You're making a hybrid. So you've got to factor in other things that happen in the portable space too, right? I mean, that would be my logical response. That would be my guess. And that's the reason why, like, beforehand, I would talk about it multiple times. Like, yeah, I think it's going to be backwards compatible because, you know, obviously the handheld systems have always had it, and Nintendo has always had it whenever they can. Like, I think that this system is going to be a next evolution of the Tegra X1. It's going to be a custom chip. I don't think they're going to be changing graphics manufacturers. I don't think it's going to be a big, drastic departure from who they're working with. So they'll figure out a way to get it done with their with their team. Whereas, you know, going from the Wii U to the Switch, I mean, you have a complete format change, right? It's completely different. So yeah. Let's see. I never saw your take on Dreamcast Guy girlfriend thing. I just so funny to me. Yeah. I gave my take yesterday. And maybe a mod can go look. It's at the near the end of the stream, so maybe a mod can pull up another what's it called? Another tab and find that for us, because it's actually hilarious. I gave my take on it. Oh, you're not the one. I think Elias is the one that told me about that. Okay, yeah, I thought it was Usasoin that donated to. Yeah, I gave a reaction to it. I thought it was hilarious. My thoughts are, you should probably never charge your girlfriend money for a old system, and like the fact that it was MSRP. I don't care how many games you throw in there. The fact that you're charging her like that high of a price, I don't know, man. That just seems very sus to me. Like that you would charge your girlfriend that high of a price, like $500 for. I mean, unless you're giving her like all your games, which I don't. It was probably a few games. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was the right call, Chief. Oh man, but MVG is not anti-Nintendo and he loves Nintendo music. Gosh, Felipe just says Felipe just drinks then comes to the stream. Excuse me, guys. Yo, Nintendo with the That's all you. Nintendo with the $3. Let's go.
We're already suing God because they have their hands on our Switch 2 Ultra Pro Edition. We're going after Jesus himself because he helped get him one.
Okay.
We'll sue you next, African Triforce and OJ, for calling us stupid. Our powers know no bounds.
I didn't call you guys stupid. I'll say that's what people were saying why they wouldn't do backwards compatibility. Yo, I'm gonna give you this though. I'm gonna give you a combo breaker. Nintendo, can we go even further beyond? Let's do it. Big love, guys. I appreciate that. We are now at 10 on the combo board, and shout outs to African Triforce and Nintendo with the going even further than beyond, and also tying up on the Hokage and Stream Ninja board to Nintendo. So anybody does 3 or more, you can beat out Nintendo and the African Triforce. Let's go. Let's see here. It's fascinating. The reason why they think Nintendo's dumb is by bringing back old bad practice Nintendo does, but heck, even some do that with new COD. Furukawa is dumb, and Iwata shaking my head. I know. Yeah, like, no company's perfect, and like I said, everyone's allowed to have their opinion on what they think a company's gonna do. Like, I'm not even really hating on it, or anything like that. I just find it pretty interesting that, like I said, the only reason why we're harping on it a little bit is I'm having a little bit of fun because, when we talked about it back then, it was, you're just you're just making up stuff, or it was the mocking the Nintendo, look at the Nintendo graph, and I saw all that stuff from RGT's followers, so they gave me a little bit of hell for it. So, it's a nice W. It's a nice W. I'm glad I don't gotta sit here and defend myself and make videos defending my defending the reason why I had a bad take, So we've all been there before. I've been there before. I'm glad that I don't got to take an L on this one. I'm glad I don't. It's a good W. This is a very satisfying W. A very satisfying W for me, at least. Let's see here. Very, very satisfying W. IRL, I wonder how many people are dramatic about Nintendo actually feel that way. I doubt he actually feels triggered by Nintendo before he changes on the stream. Just my opinion. Yeah, I don't think he actually cares. It's just for views and for content. I don't think he truly actually cares. Sicilian with the $5 says DC Guy has platinumed all the games and has beaten them 10 times. So it's maybe easier for him to package them MSRP to his lucky girlfriend. Shout outs to my man, Sicilian Gamer. Thank you for the $5. You are now the Hokage Extreme Ninja sweeping the board. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5. Anybody that's $5 or more, you can bid up. My man, Sicilian Gamer, on both boards. Actually, $7 because he did $2 earlier. So, Sicilian hitting us up with the $7. Anybody does 7 and 5 to beat him out on the Hokage, or on the, sorry, Stream Ninja board. Thank you so much, Sicilian Gamer, with the big dono coming in. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's hilarious, though, man. Like, he's you know, he had to get that for his girlfriend. He had to get it for his girlfriend. Yo, overclock, 15-minute extension. Let's go. Oh,
Overclock Buster!
My fat fingers pressed the JoJo on accident. Hold up. No, we can't. We got to redo that one. Hold up. Here we go. Here we go.
Overclock Buster!
Shout out to the JoJo boys on Friday, though. That was fun. Minato Mario with the $3. Shout out to Minato.
About the lawsuit, and don't quote me on this, but apparently patent infringement lawsuit is a norm in Japan. Like 2020, Nintendo also sued mobile game White Cat Project for infringing their joystick touchscreen manipulation patent. Whatever, this is law.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll wait and see, man. I'm so bad with lawsuit stuff, especially in Japanese law stuff. So we'll see what happens there. But I do think that it's a little bit of Nintendo seeing the success of it. That's my own just personal opinion. I think it's Nintendo seeing the success of it and Palworld flying so close to the damn sun. I think if the designs were a lot different and they had this amount of success, I don't think it'd be a problem. Because like Yokai Watch, you know, was, well, I mean, Yokai Watch was on DS or 3DS though. But yeah, if the designs weren't so damn close and like it was so similar, you know, like with the spheres and all that other stuff, I think Nintendo probably would have left it alone. But it's the fact that there's so many ripped off designs, you know, not ripped off like legally ripped off because they're not going after them that, but like it's so damn close and like the mechanics and some of the stuff. The games are different, but yeah, I think that's the reason why. I think it's a little bit of bullying, a little bit of, you know, like feel a bit threatened maybe, you know, on some of the stuff and like a variety of things. So we'll see what happens once it all shakes out. But yeah, shout outs to Minato. Thank you for the $3, man. Appreciate that. We are at 18. We're getting the combos up. We out here. Let's go. Let's get it popping on the Spawncast Nightshow. What's up, Sortable Shelf? Welcome to the stream. Big love, Sortable Shelf. What's up, Nomadic Nora? Welcome. Remember, you guys can all ask your questions. If you're here in the chat, don't be a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel free to drop your questions. I'm not just answering Elite Ninjas or people that drop donos. We talking to everybody tonight. So, but yeah, we've got a number of people that drop donos and no music requests. So if you drop a dono, make sure you put a music request. If you've already dropped a dono, put your music request in the chat. And if I can play it, video game music, I'll play it for you. What's up, OJ? Keep making Switch 2 Backcompat is a huge W. It also makes me hope Tears of King gets performance improvement. Tears of King perfect game besides Smash. Yeah, I think that'd be good, MGD. I hope we get that too. Talking seriously, I'm kind of surprised that the grip with Palworld versus Nintendo has been so small. What do you mean by so small, Felipe? Oh, let's see here. And it's true, Nintendo really wants Palworld shut down if they won the lawsuit. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Once again, I don't know all the details, guys. I'm not reading it because I've already embarrassed myself multiple times. So I think it's best just for me not to go really, on about the lawsuit stuff because, you know, there's a lot of, like I said, it's a Japanese lawsuit. I know they're translating it and Palworld came out and said something, but my takes on this have been pretty bad when I go back and look at it. So I think I'll probably refrain and wait till like the actual, you know, trial is done and we get all that. Then I can kind of go over it more. But for right now, I think, you know, I know it's very weird to see a content creator not give an opinion on something because content creators, no matter how good or bad, will always give their opinions on things. I've been I have been guilty of that many times, but I've given my opinion on the Palworld lawsuit multiple times, and I go back and look, and a lot of stuff has been wrong. So, and I and I didn't really give my opinion too much on like the whole Call of Duty, Activision, EA, or Sony, and whatever lawsuit. I was kind of like whatever, man. So let them figure it out, and then once it's done, we can talk about it. Let's see here. But we'll see, Minato. We'll see what happens. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm sorry, Tommy. I'm sorry, brother. Sicilian with another $5 coming in. Sicilian starting to stack it up. Hey, shout out to Sicilian, dude. Thank you so much for another $5 dono. 23 on the board. We are 7 combos away from a 30-minute extension. Sicilian out here slanging. Appreciate you, Sicilian. And he says, maybe DC Guy's girlfriend asked for some performance improvements, and he said, keep dreaming. Oh, man. That's the roast coming through, bro. The roast. The combo breaker roast. Like what I mean is it's nothing like Melee controversy. Like there's no Arlo video. Use the signal for what's the next big grift. It's like the bat symbol, like like Batman, but it's like Arlo. It's that damn Cookie Monster face on the next big grift. It's just, we need you. Where are you? I think a lot of Nintendo fans think Palworld is like trash. I think if you guys want me to, now here's what I am good at. I'm good at maybe assessing what maybe is the atmosphere, reading the room. I think a lot of Nintendo fans think like screw Palworld. The game ripped off designs of Pokemon. I don't care what you think about Pokemon or the quality. They ripped off designs. It's a ripoff, and the game is trash. Like, I did see a lot of Nintendo fans go out and play Palworld, and they're like, this game's trash. Like, it runs good, but the game is garbage. Like, it's not that great of a game. And I play Palworld. I don't hold it against it like that. I don't hold I think it's an okay game. Like, I think it's solid, but it gets old really quickly, and it's so unpolished, and it's so like, it's so unpolished. It runs good, but it's so unpolished as a game. It's just like boring. There's like, it's just not fun. Like I had more fun playing the rickety Scarlet and Violet than I did with Palworld, because at least Scarlet and Violet has a coherent and real story and setup and like tons of Pokemon and the online play and like the events and stuff. It's just way better, in my opinion. But I think a lot of Nintendo fans, they think that the game it's a ripoff. So that's the reason why they're like, yeah, I hope they sue and I hope they lose. So I think that's the reason why you don't see as much. You do see it from the people that are normally, always gonna bring up, Nintendo bad stuff. And that, not Nintendo bad, but like lawsuit and like Nintendo, emulation people, things like that. People that are usually in that line. But yeah, I think like a lot of actual core Nintendo fans really like think like, yo, they're wrong. Like Palworld, they're wrong. If you look at Japan, a lot of the Japanese gamers, like it's a complete 180 compared to how they're treating it here. Like in Japan, they're sitting there calling out Palworld, saying y'all ripped off designs. Y'all did this. Y'all acting like you're little while you're accepting millions upon millions of dollars from Microsoft and Sony. Get the bleep out of here. Like in Japan, it's very different than how people are here are seeing it. So at least from what I saw from Japan. Octavio Valdez Lafarga. Oh my gosh, that name is awesome. I love it. And he says, hi there, OJ. What games from third parties do you hope to potentially see on Switch 2? I honestly would love to have the last few Resident Evils. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see Capcom. I would love Street Fighter 6 in portable form. I would buy it. If it's portable, I would buy it, because I'd probably just play the single player and play like, just like the offline stuff. So I would love the Street Fighter 6 portable. Resident Evil 4 remake portable. That'd be great. So yeah, all that stuff would be good. Elden Ring, but I'm not gonna play it. Metaphor Refantazio. I'd love to see Persona 3 Reload, all that. So yeah, absolutely. Shout outs to Octavio. Thank you so much for the 100 Mexican pesos. My conversions are a little bit off. To So we gotta see what we actually have here to see if you beat out my man Sicilian. So let's see. Okay, no, not quite, but thank you for it's about 5. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate that, my man. That is a lot. Thank you so much, Mr. Octavio. Yeah, about $5. Thank you so much, dude. That's a lot, brother. Thank you for the $5. I gotta add that to the combo board too. So I wanted to know how much it is so we can add that to the combo board. We're at 28, 2 combos away. Let's go. 2 combos away from that 30-minute extension. Let's see here. Felt like some people were overly negative about Astro Bot sales. I thought they were good, but apparently not amazing sales-wise. But it should be mocked by some people. I think the problem, Cammy, is that there was the headlines from like VGC and all that. The problem was that the headlines were like making it seem like it was selling like crazy. Oh, it's the best-selling platform in virtually a decade. It's 45% higher than Bash. It's 22% higher than Buddha Baker. It's 17% higher than Persona 3 Reload. It's 24% higher than Kirby when you turn backwards and then you don't count digital, but then you go like this. Like the problem was that they were the European side of things was acting all goofy as hell with the game, excluding Mario, maneuvering, MacGyvering, like they're sitting here. Take a toothpick, go like this. If you stop it, add 1 week, subtract it, times it by 2, cut it in half, leave out Indonesia. Like they were just doing all these weirdo things to try to make it elevated without actually saying the sales numbers. So when the sales numbers came out and it was only 1.5 million, people were like, after all that people were, so I think that was the problem. It was the damn Christopher Drink and VGC with their freaking headlines and stuff trying to make it seem bigger than what it actually was. They said don't leave out Mario, include Mario. Don't leave out Kirby. Emphasize that, hey, look, this doesn't have digital sales for some of Nintendo. Like, emphasize these things. Stop trying to pump it up like it's something that it's not, And I think that's the biggest problem, Cammy. We got that. I think it's okay. I think it's okay for what it is, I just think that they were, that they were just doing too much. Like, I ain't never seen that before, where they're sitting here and manipulating the data, removing games, adding games in, saying certain scenarios, and then I go and I look and it's like, okay, well, VGC, they got invited to Team Asobi, right? They got invited to Team Asobi, all that. So they're trying to, obviously they're being nice about the situation, right? So that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. That's good. You want to go talk to the developers, you get invited. Sony doesn't do that very often for a lot of things. So I get it. But the problem is that once the sales numbers actually came out, it shows that, yeah, you Europeans, y'all ain't buying a damn thing because it sold more in the US. There ain't no way Astro Bot sold more in Europe than it sold in the US. And it sold 1.5 million. A good chunk of, none of that was in Japan, okay? Because it sold poorly in Japan. It flopped in Japan. So a good chunk of that was probably the US. So basically what it just shows is that if it's the best-selling game in a decade outside of Mario, y'all don't buy, Europeans ain't buying they ain't buying no damn platformers, So that's all it shows. But since you can't say the sales numbers, you just got to try to manipulate it the best way that you can, in your opinion. And that's what it came out to. It came out to not being impressive based off of saying the headline. This is the headline, guys. Astro Bot is the best non-Mario platform, best-selling non-Mario platform in the last decade. That's the headline. It doesn't say Europe. It doesn't say that's the headline. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that headline. That headline is fine. But to the casual fan, that headline looks a lot more because they're not reading the fine print, So that's the problem. Place was the Japanese reaction to the Palworld boss discussed in the Spawncast. I don't think so, no, because they're not in Japan. So call spade a spade. Those Palworld fanboy YouTubers equally annoying as well. They keep having Pokemon living rent free in their head. It flex Palworld gonna take over Pokemon. Yeah, that's not happening. People ain't even playing Palworld no more like that. I mean, so Sicilian with another $5. He says Octavio should stream Ninja. He can't help his currency. Now please add DC Guy to the soundboard, and we have a mods ban Sicilian. Well, I did the what's it called? and the conversion it's about 4 or 5 cents below $5. But I appreciate it though. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Sicilian with Sicilian. You out here slinging, bruh. We out here slinging. 17 on the board, 33 on the combo board. You pretty much single-handedly almost gotten us to this first or for this second combo breaker or overclock. Let's go. Thank you so much, Sicilian. I appreciate you, brother. Let's get it.
Overclock Buster!
So yeah. I'm not happy with you calling Xbox 2024 Showcase awesome because you have no standards. They killing studios. Did I call it awesome? I remember having a little bit of buyer's remorse with that. I don't remember what I said. I don't think I said it was like awesome. So I don't remember that, Tommy. Maybe if I did, my bad, bro. Because like, I don't even know what have we gotten since that 2024 Showcase or whatever. So I thought I said it was like okay. Comparing Astro sales to Sonic sales told me all you need to know, selling 10% of nothing is still nothing. Selling 10% of Dookie is still Dookie. 42% above Sonic on a Wednesday night. If you look at it with cross eyes. 17% more than Kirby if you turn your back, say Miyamoto 17 times, look the other way, and drive across the street. 14% more if you watch every single video on YouTube, turn around, drink 3 beers, buy Astro Bot 2 times, look backwards, return 1 game, and then potentially look the other way. Yes, and it's above it. Like, it's just all these stupid stipulations, bro. What about Mario? No, we don't talk about Mario. Go QB mode, you bring up Mario. Y'all remember when Naruto Shippuden, like when you are my friend, and Naruto just goes, he just starts turning QB. You mentioned Mario, they start going QB mode over there, bro, on Twitter. Oh man, shout out to Simeon Coin with the 100 core crystals. Says, evening OJ. Just getting in, there's monster catching games that not many people know or played, which Monster Sanctuary, that's a good one. Nexomon, good one. I think you meant Koromon. That Pokemon Itch, I believe that those games are better than Palworld. They are better than Palworld. And some give it a chance. My music request is Odalis, The Dark Force. Yes, I agree. Shoutouts, thank you for the 100 core crystals. I appreciate that, man. You are my friend. My demo. It's just, you mentioned Mario and all these Sony guys. Mario, how dare you? Nobody can mention. What about Kirby? What? Huh? Turn it to Hollywood racist Hogan. What'd you say, brother? Huh? Did you say so? I don't hear you. They start telling you mentioned Kirby. Huh? What's a Kirby? Huh? Kirby? No, yeah, I think it did. I think it did better than Kirby. These guys out here acting crazy, and then they get mad when people say that it ain't good, bro. Y'all the ones who are sitting here and hyping the game to oblivion with sales, bro. Like, just stop. Oh my gosh, just stop, bro. They seriously. And then when people mention, and then I even saw this, oh, it did better than Kirby. Bro, it did not do better than Kirby, bro. Stop the cap. It did not do better than Kirby. Y'all out here capping McFlapping. Mick Cappers. Capping Crunch. Let's see here. I bet Sony releases Astro Bot on Switch, it would sell 3 to 4 times better. Yeah, probably, but the point is, like, they're not gonna do that because that's a big first-party exclusive to at least try to push the exclusive repertoire, the exclusive library, on the PS5. It could be like, excuse me, to try to push the exclusive, catalog on the PS5. So they're not gonna do something like that. Thank you for the Sorry for the sneeze, guys, and thank you for the shout outs to Simicoin. Thank you for the 100 core crystals. This music is really low. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. This game looks like Castlevania. To be fair, those numbers probably included Kirby. They did include Kirby. They did include Kirby. Kirby might not sell well in Europe. No, it's not that it doesn't sell well in Europe. It's that it doesn't include digital sales. Like, it's not that it doesn't sell well. It doesn't include digital sales. So they are including Kirby without that caveat that Nintendo does not include digital sales. And I think that also creates a problem too, because you're saying it's selling better than everything in the last decade. Kirby sold 8 million units. As of the time that they said that, Kirby has sold 8 million units plus. There is no way that it didn't sell multiple millions in Europe, because it didn't sell all of it in the US and in Japan. It sold a bit in Japan, it sold a bit in Europe, and it sold a lot here in the US. So it sold multiple millions in Europe. The game is at 8 million. It's not like it's 6 million here in the US and then 1 million for the Japan and 1 million for Europe. It sold millions, multiple, across Europe and of course Asia and different parts, right? So that's the problem, that's the issue. When you start saying, and yes, we know that we're comparing the start, but the problem is that when you make headlines that doesn't have that context, and once again, you don't put in that Nintendo does not, you gotta put these little asterisks by it. If you don't put those asterisks by it, this is what you get, Cam. You get the confusion, you get the people saying, wait a minute, that's it? Because they see that Kirby sold 8 million. They see that Crash Bandicoot sold 5 million. And yeah, those are multi-plat, but it is what it is, right? So put in the caveats, put in all those things, and don't with the crazy headlines, and then you won't get that pushback. You won't get it, because if people would understand, but you can't expect people to understand when those headlines are making the rounds, and they're, once again, they're manipulating and contorting, and not manipulating, but they're contorting to just say, hey, look, if it was me, hey, look, Astro Bot's this is not a major IP. It's not selling anything super crazy. It's doing okay, and it's definitely one of the better selling games, you know, in terms of platformers outside of Mario. It's one of the better selling ones, but it's not anything crazy. That's it. It's one of the better selling platformers. Stop saying 20% more than this, 30% more than this. Like, stop doing all that, because you don't do it for most games. You're doing it for this. Stop doing that. Stop making up all these rules for Astro Bot. That's all I'm trying to say. Just stop doing that. All you had to say was, hey, look, it's not major, but it's one of the better selling games. From the data that we've got, it's one of the better selling games, better selling platformers in Europe. Nintendo doesn't include digital sales, so you have to factor that in. That's it. The headline could have been, oh, Astro Bot's one of the better selling platformers in the last, in the UK. You know, one of the better selling platformers outside of, Mario. You don't got to put in the last decade and start, you don't got to do all that. That's all I'm saying, you know? They were manufacturing Astro Bot propaganda. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was just, they were making it seem like it was way bigger. Now, they did try to put in, I know Dring, they tried to put in like little, like, oh, well, it's not as big of a genre. Like, they tried to say that, but once again, like, not everybody's going to see all that, you know? So I think that's the problem. That's the biggest issue. Let's see here. Just look up Naruto Shippuden Distance. If you guys want to know that song that I was singing, it's from Naruto. It's just look up Naruto Shippuden Distance. I can't play it because it's freaking heavily copyrighted. But if you want to hear the whole song, it's actually a really, really, really good song. So go look it up. If you've never watched Naruto, watch Naruto. It's freaking incredible. If you have the opportunity, you don't have to. Obviously, it's long. Naruto's long. They need a Naruto Kai. They need like where they shorten it down because it's just such a long between Naruto the original and then Naruto Shippuden. It just takes really long. Jazzy Jefferson with the $5 says, but OJ, Astro Bot sold out on Amazon Japan. Oh, I remember the Genki Amazon Japan stuff. Oh yeah, I remember that saga. I'm like, oh my goodness. It was selling out in Japan. Bro, it launched with 12,000 units. That was Genki's doing. And I'm like, oh goodness gracious, Genki, stop, bro. Not this selling out in Japan. Oh no, not this. Oh man, not this. Let's see here. What's your favorite Naruto opening, like, overall? Distance is definitely Distance or Blue Bird. One of those two. Those are like my two favorite. Distance and Blue Bird. Let's see. I feel like flipping people back and forth between lifetime sales and current sales with the crash has been out for 4 years. I can see Astro getting to 5 million. It could. I mean, it could. Astro Bot could get up to 5. I mean, I don't think it will, but it could. Like, I don't think Astro Bot's going to sell 5 million. Unless it gets heavy discounts, because Crash only sold 5 million because of heavy discounts in the Switch version. So, I don't see it getting up to that high. I think maybe somewhere between 2 to 3 million. But we'll see after this holiday. Like, it has a good chance to tack on another 500,000 units, maybe even more. Maybe it gets to 2.5 after this holiday. Maybe they sell a lot because the exclusive library isn't that stacked right now, you know? So, yeah. Let's see here. Why is Rock Lee your favorite Naruto character? Rock Lee was my favorite Naruto character. Like, original Naruto character was Rock Lee. The Drunken Fist. I like that. And then I loved his fight against Gaara when he took off his weights and it was like 1,000,000 pounds. That was like one of the most like goated moments ever. And he was so fast. Yeah. I do like him. I did like Gaara a lot too, though, in the original Naruto. But yeah, Rock Lee's awesome, dude. Shout outs to Rock Lee. So his fight against Kimamaru, the bone dude, that was goated too. Let's see here. The Rock Lee versus Gaara fight is going. Oh yeah, Rock Lee versus Gaara is so good. Rock Lee. I mean, I don't like it because of what happens in the fight, but then I also really like it. Because it's great. Shout out to Sicilian. Thank you for that, man. Combo boys, let's go. We are almost at that 45-minute extension. Let's get it. Is Rock Lee the Bruce Lee dude? Yeah. Obviously, it's a spoof on Bruce Lee. Rock Lee. And then there's his trainer, Mike Guy.
Hey, fellas.
Monado with another $3 coming in. Y'all chipping in tonight.
And when it's Nintendo games, it's the other way around.
Okay.
They only look at certain region sales, ignore Japan Famitsu sales as usual, and says how this Nintendo game flopped. This happened with Mario Brothers Wonder, Pikmin 3, etc. They only look at NPD or UK.
I didn't see it with Mario Wonder. I didn't see it with Pikmin 3. I mean, it might have been there, but I didn't see it. I saw some people try to compare Mario Wonder and Spider-Man, because I think at one point I was like, oh, well, Mario Wonder is doing better than Spider-Man. And then Sony announced their sales numbers that were past the date of where Mario's were, and a bunch of PO's moronic PlayStation freaking bot army attacked me. And then, of course, they went silent when I called them out afterwards when Mario Wonder clearly outsold Spider-Man. And we all knew that it was going to outsell it because Mario is on a massive install base, and it's Mario. It's a big 2D Mario compared to Spider-Man that's not on a massive install base compared to the Nintendo Switch. Like, so yeah. But yeah, it was interesting for sure. It was interesting for sure. All right, take it easy. Dior, thanks for coming out to the stream. So yeah. Let's see here. You should do your eyebrows and line up your hair like Rock Lee. I don't know. I'm not doing the Black Rock Lee. The Black Lee. Hey, what's up, David Dampier? Welcome. So yeah, I that was a great dub too. To see Mario Wonder do so well afterwards, that was a fun Twitter dub. But Twitter's just full of morons, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. People use regional sales as it suits them a lot. You know, it's always good, and like there's nothing wrong with like if the region gets a sales number like Japan, right? We use Japan sales here a lot. It's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that like when you want to exclusively use regions or not, and then not go over it overall. Like I always do, like, hey, look, Famitsu, they give us numbers, we can kind of get a look, but then we can kind of see how it is position charts in UK, and then we can kind of see how it is on Amazon, and then we can see how it is in NPD, and then hopefully they give us sales numbers. Like they actually give us sales numbers. So I like to use a variety of different things. And you guys, if you watch my sales videos, I use a variety of sources. But yeah, a lot of people in today's day definitely like to, a lot of Twitter people like to just sit here and use certain things to say this did this and that, when you really need to look at all of it to get like the big picture. Sometimes some regions are more irrelevant than other regions when it comes to certain games. That's true. But if you want to get a full picture of something, definitely using every bit of sales resource at your disposal is probably the best thing to do, you know? So yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, blank game sold 20% more than a game that sold 20K. Whoa. Yeah, that's exactly what happened with Astro Bot in Europe, like, or UK or whatever. It was like, oh yeah, these games don't sell that great, so it did a bit better than these games. So yeah, you say, oh, it sold 30% more than, you know, 30% more than this game, and it's like, well, okay, yeah, so that game sold 10 and like this game sold 30 or something like that, you know? This game sold, you know, like 13, you know, or whatever, right? So that's the problem. This is Genki's. Genki's definitely one of the, he was the Japanese culprit. So if you're gonna go by regional, if we're going Interpol, you know what I'm saying, and we're going international to arrest people for fraud. In the UK, we're arresting Christopher Drink. We're gonna arrest you first. In Japan, we're arresting Genki. Also in Europe, we're arresting Mr. Pio. Maybe we're gonna take him into confinement. We're gonna detain him, and we're gonna question him because he was saying a few things here and there too. So we're going to detain Mr. Pio and ask him a few questions. Here in the US, I'm not sure. There was probably some people, but I didn't really see it as much. So y'all can give me some candidates to who we can arrest here. But yeah, there's some people that we gotta arrest for sure. If you want a good analogy tweet for Twitter, imagine a pair of dogs barking at each other but separate. Oh yeah, like that one video where the dogs are barking. Yeah, that's definitely Twitter. Only time Famitsu's a big deal is when PS5 temporarily outsold Switch in Japan. Argentina couldn't stop talking about Famitsu sales. Yeah, he's done talking Famitsu sales. I gotta bring that up next time that I'm at the Spawncast. Like, yo, Argentina, you want to talk about Japanese sales, bro? What's going on? What's up, Tommy Raiku? People need to get instructed on what these numbers actually mean instead of blaming the guys giving them. That's true. We're gonna do both. Jazzy Jefferson with another $5 dono. Jazzy on a streak tonight. Hey, let's go. Thank you so much. Getting us to the 49, and you know what time it is. Jazzy, I'm sorry, I gotta get to my little spiel here before I read off your comment. I will, and I will react to it. Let's go. Overclock, boys. Let's get it.
Overclock Buster!
Yes, sir. Stream clock extended 45 minutes. You guys are on one tonight. Let's keep it rolling. We're almost at that 1 hour. We're 11 away. Let's go. Jazzy Jefferson with the 5 and says, remember when Sony dudes gassing up Astro, outselling Zelda on NPD? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we arrest some of those American dudes that were gassing that up. Yeah, that was stupid because then the numbers came out and Zelda kind of it kind of blasted it. I mean, it sold 2.58 million in 5 days compared to Astro Bot's, you know, about 2 months or a month and a half plus to get to 1.5 million. So yeah, it kind of blasted it because obviously Zelda's probably at over 3 million plus now, you know. If you count all of October, if you count now November. We should all root for Astro Bot though. No microtransactions and fun at discounted price. We should. I bought Astro Bot, and many of the people here bought Astro Bot. Like, a lot of the people said they wanted to play it. I know Party Man bought Astro Bot, so like, people bought Astro Bot here. Like, I know, like, listen, we're all rooting for it. The problem that we have is people acting crazy, and that was what we were all saying. People need to stop acting crazy about the sales. Stop acting weird. That's all it is. I was just saying that. The game is great and people should pick it up. I agree. But stop acting crazy about the sales, you know? That's it. Jazz says, yeah, exactly. I enjoyed it. It was great. But people were going too extra. They're trying to turn everything into some type of argument, some type of fight, try to say, like, comparison to Mario. And I think it was just a bad idea. Just, you know, it is what it is. And nothing wrong with comparing it to Mario gameplay-wise and all that, but people were trying to sit there and say, oh, sales, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, because of how good the game reviewed. And I was just like, no, not really. And once again, some of the headlines didn't help it out, you know? So yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of Nintendo fans that bought Astro Bot. I mean, I bought it, like I said. Party Man bought it, you bought it, Jazzy. Like, I know a lot of guys that are on my timeline that are, you know, Nintendo guys or have Switch or whatever, and they bought Astro Bot. They thought it was great, you know? They thought it was really good. Some people thought it was better than some Mario games. Some people thought, no, not quite as good. It was all over the place. There's opinions everywhere, but yeah, it's nothing against the quality of the game. The game's good, you know? Christopher Drink is the eyes emoji guy. The eyes emoji guy. Who's the eyes emoji guy? I remember, why did you ask RGC doesn't talk about Famitsu sales anymore? I remember him replying because it's normal now. Yeah, that was his reply. His reply was like everything went back to normal. So there's no need to talk about Famitsu sales when it doesn't fit me making a video about it. That's essentially what he said. Because I did ask him like a year or so ago. I did ask him, why don't you talk about the Japan? What happened, bro? He's like, oh, well, everything's... He just kind of said, like, under his breath, like, oh, well, it's all back to normal now. So there's no... It's like, wait a minute, you were making a big deal about the, you know, all this and that about the... You can't just stop talking about it when it doesn't fit you making a video, like, to say, oh, look at this. It's like... And that's why I say, like, whenever I talk about the sales numbers or whatever I talk about that, that's why some people say I kind of, like, I'm rude or I disregard what people say. That's the reason why sometimes I disregard what people say, because it's only temporary. They're not looking at it from a full scope and scale. Once again, it's no hate towards anybody that talks about it or whatever. But if you're a tourist talking about sales, you're not going to know as good as me, who's looking at it all the time. And if you're going to be a tourist making videos or talking about it, I'm going to treat it that way, that, oh, well, you're only doing it because there's this one thing and you don't really know much about it as much. Because you're only talking about it because there's something to talk about, not because you actually know the sales numbers. And that was my argument, and that's what I'm like, yeah, well, you know, here's how it works in Japan. Like, one, there was a few different chip shortage issues with all the systems, obviously. But then also, two, Sony was having manufacturing problems, and everybody that wanted a PS5 in Japan was not able to get a PS5 in Japan. Like, they hadn't been able to get one for years because of the chip shortage. In 2022, it started getting a little bit better, and there started to be a little bit more PlayStations being funneled into Japan. However, a lot of those PlayStations were being scalped and shipped off to different parts of Asia. And if I mention that, it's all what? No. And if I mention things that anybody that analyzes the sales numbers, that's not a tourist on the sales numbers and actually likes to look at it and covers it, the software sales are so bad. People are buying... How are you buying disc-based consoles and no games? Who goes to a store in Japan, or who goes to a store, buys a physical system, and then buys no games with it? Sony, the PS5 digital in Japan, if you're really analyzing it, right, which I was doing, and why I said it wasn't gonna last, and yeah, you can say what you want now, but the software is just not there to sustain what's going on. It's just not there, and these are being scalped. And of course, I got hit with name calling, I got hit with fanboy, I got hit with, oh yeah, well, you know, no, it's not, you're just mad. I'm like, okay, we'll see. That's what I say. We'll see what happens in the future. Everything that I said happened. One, they're being scalped. They were being scalped because you don't walk in and buy a disc-based system and no games. Software was atrocious during that time period. Nobody was buying any damn games for that system. PS5 would be at the top of the sales charts, like with 30-something thousand or whatever the case is, and there'd be like one game in the top 30. Like a couple games in the top 30. No. Now, I'd understand that if most people were buying the digital version of the PS5 in Japan, but most people were not buying the digital version of the PS5 in Japan. Most people that were buying it was the physical version. You would not walk out with no games. When you bought a new system at a store, you walked out with games. When we all went and bought our Nintendo Switches, wherever you got it from, you bought the Switch, you bought Zelda, you bought a few games with it. You don't just buy the system by itself and have it sitting there and look at it, you know, or just go home and just play digital games. That's not what you do if you're buying a physical disc-based system, at least, especially back then. So that's why I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's going to fizzle out. Nobody's buying any software because they're being scalped. And everybody that there is now more systems coming to Japan because people that actually want one can get one. whereas before it was always such a low quantity, so it got a little boost. So yeah, I mean everything that I said worked out that way. So once again, it's a nice dub. It's a nice dub. The dub that they don't want to give me, but it's a nice dub. So yeah, it says the main reason is indeed chip shortage. It was because Taiwan had water shortages in 2021. Still remember we had to save water for months. Exactly, there was a chip shortage, but that was also thrown as in like I'm fanboying, you know. Let's see here. Do you see me as a PlayStation guy? I'm a simple DSP detractor. I don't see you as a PlayStation guy. I just see you as a gamer. People take sales way too seriously. If you got the game and you like, that's all that matters. I wanted the game to do good, but people take it way overboard. I agree. People do take it way overboard. People take what I say way overboard too. All I do is talk about the sales. I don't care about it in anything more than that. It's my job to give you guys information on sales. Obviously, better understanding of sales, that's my background. I mean, I did, business, I did communication, kinesiology. I've worked in corporate business before, so I'm good with that. So if I can share my knowledge, that what I learned from other businesses into this, that's good, right? It gives you guys value. I give you guys value for you watching. Some of you guys watch me strictly for my knowledge on sales and on the gaming industry when it comes to business, because maybe you don't know as much, or maybe you want to learn. So it's my job to do that. But at the end of the day, I turn off the monitor and all that. It's not a big deal. Like I'll talk to people on Twitter, but I have all the systems. I don't care at the end of the day. Like I want games to do well so we get more games, but it's not like I care if Sony sells this many games compared to Nintendo selling this much, or it's like, I don't care. I buy all the systems anyway. I'm a contributor to all of the sales. If I really cared about one game not outdoing something else or that, I would not buy it, you know? Do the 49ers win tomorrow with CMC? Yes, I think so. The Spawncast needs to give you your flowers. I think they've given me my flowers in some ways or not, in some certain ways. I'm not on there enough anymore. I gotta actually get on one of the shows. I think I'll be able to go on this upcoming Friday though, so we'll see. Or I think I'll be able to record on Friday and then be there on Saturday. So be there in the recording. Hey, what's up, Miss Tass? The poor physical sales of PS5 is why Japanese developers are still making PS4 versions of games. Yeah, I think that making and also install base. Like, you want to have a big install base to sell your games to. Why not have it on the if your tech supports PS4, support it on PS4, because you can sell like an extra 200, 300, 400,000 copies on PS4. That's money in the bank, you know? Cammy with the $5. No, it's not going to be back to being live on Saturday. It's recorded on Friday and then it's put up on Saturday. So I might be able to be there for the recording on Friday. And then of course then you guys will see it on Saturday. Cammy with the $5 says, seems that Xbox announces games multiple years ahead of the release and PS announces games much closer to the release. Which do you think is more effective? Sony also announces games way ahead of the release. It's not as bad as Microsoft, but they announced Wolverine like what, 3 years ago now, 2 years ago, and it's still not here. So they both announce games sometimes a bit too early. But yeah, Sony they have tried to do a little bit better. Like, for example, Astro Bot was announced very close to the release, so that's good. But yeah, I think it's better to do it closer to the release of the game, Cammy. I think it's better to do it closer. So yeah, better to do it closer. Well, I don't know whose decision. We don't know if it's Marvel's decision or not. I mean, I'm not sure who made that. I don't think they revealed who made that decision to announce it. I'm not sure whose decision it was, but still, regardless, it was Sony. At the end of the day, they're still part of it. But if you're looking at, like, I don't know, when was God of War? I mean, The Last of Us Part 2, that was announced like what, 3-4 years before the game came out. So that was announced a bit before. So they've done it even without Marvel. So yeah, 54 on the board, guys. We are so close to the 60 on the combo breaker. Let's get it. Thank you so much, Cammy, with the $5. We have like a multiple person tie at the top of the board here. Cammy with the 5. Thank you so much, Cammy. I appreciate that. Anybody does 5 or more, you can beat out Sicilian and Cammy on the Stream Ninja board. Let's go. Xbox announces games that just never released. That's true. Xbox is worst. Okay, I have to agree. Xbox is definitely worse when it comes to this. Like, they're definitely worse. There is no question that Xbox is worse with that. So yeah, Cammy, what Cammy said is true for the most part, you know. I know some people complain about the lack of roadmap. I don't really care about a roadmap, but yeah, you are right. Some people do complain about a lack of a roadmap. I don't really care about a roadmap. And the reason why I don't care about roadmaps is because I guess Nintendo does it so seamlessly, I don't even notice. So yeah. But yeah, obviously we don't know what's coming out next year for Sony. We have no idea what's coming out next year. So I guess there is no roadmap, right? So I guess, yeah, some people do complain about that, so I get it. But I just want to know about games that are like a year out, like a year, maybe a year and a half or so. Like, I don't need to know about games that are 2, 3, 4 years out. Like, I don't need to know about, like, they don't need to tell me that Xenoblade Chronicles X was coming 2, 3 years ago, you know, like, or like even like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, like they announced that game and released in the same year within months, right? So like even that, like they don't need to announce, like let me know when it's close, because it's way more hype when you get an announcement trailer and then you see the release date and it's like 5 months away. You're like, oh, let's go. Like, you're hyped up, man. It's so much better than seeing the release date and it's like, oh, 2027 or 2026. Oh, okay, well, sure, I guess. Okay, well, when it comes out, I'll be dope, you know? So yeah. Do you think the new Xbox handheld might stand a chance against Switch 2 regardless of what it is? I mean, obviously not. Obviously not. So Xbox delayed them. Weren't there 2 games this year that were Xbox delayed? Yeah, they delayed Avowed, and they delayed, I don't know what else they delayed, but I know they South of the Midnight or whatever. Then that game with that one weird stop motion game with the black lady, like in like the Deep South or something like that. That looks kind of weird. I think they delay that game, but I know Avowed got delayed, so they said, well, we don't want to, you know, there's too many releases. We don't want to, you know, put them so close to each other. Let's see. Hey, OJ, Xenoblade Chronicles X was announced too far away. I want it now. I know. That's what some people were saying. It's not close enough. It's not close enough, Nintendo. 5 months is too far away. So say with another $2 dono. Let's go, guys. We are like chipping away. We are like dinking and dunking to the goal. I love it. Thank you guys for the support tonight, man. It really means a lot. 56 on the board. Let's go. Combo breakers. Sicilian with the says 2028 is going to be the year for Xbox. One of these days. One of these days. One of these years. One of these. One of these. Hope upon a wishing star. Right. Hope upon the wishing star that it happens. It happens. Avowed delayed themselves right into the path of monster. That's true. Oh, we're gonna make sure that. Don't worry, guys. We need to give you guys time to play the games. We're gonna delay it. February. It's gonna be a great day, and then all of a sudden, you just see a big looming shadow behind you, like M. Bison, about to get psycho crushed. Yeah, that's true. That was a bad idea. I don't know what they should move that, bruh. They should absolutely move that. I don't know what's the release date for Avowed. Is it close to? Is it in the same? Move it, bruh. Move it. Move it, because they're about to get plowed. They're about to get ran over. About to get ran over. Just curious why you did think use a V. Okay, hold up. Never mind, Tommy. You're talking to somebody else. So yeah. Shout outs to Sicilian. Thank you for the 2. We are 4 combos away from that 1 hour extension tonight. Let's go. Let's see here. Avowed is about 2 weeks before my. Oh yeah, 2 weeks before. I mean, woo. You know how long I've been waiting for this? no, I mean, like. You know how long? That's what people are saying about Monster Hunter, man. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Like, I don't know, bro. I think Avowed might get eaten up, but then again, it's a different type of game. You know, Xbox fans aren't as big on Monster Hunter, so this game is gonna be huge on PC. Monster Hunter is gonna be huge on PC and PlayStation. That's where the main Monster Hunter dudes are at, on those 2 platforms. So I don't see it being too big of a deal for the Xbox space. But definitely for PC players and PlayStation players, yeah. Like, or Avowed's not coming to PlayStation. It's just come. So, yeah. So, you know, really, it's just really, you're going to probably have a glut of people ignoring the game and playing, you know, on PC-wise on there. So, It's right before Assassin's Creed and Monster Hunter. Yeah, Assassin's Creed's gonna be bigger than that game, Avowed too, as well. So, wait, Xbox doesn't play Monster Hunter. What? They do play over there. I don't think Monster Hunter does that great on Xbox. Like, we don't have any numbers, but there's nothing that I can see so far. There's nothing from what Capcom has said or from anything that shows that Monster Hunter has like crazy numbers on Xbox. Now, don't get me wrong. There's definitely players on there, but I'm just saying like the percentage of players of people who play Monster Hunter, like let's just say Monster Hunter World, a massive portion of that is PC and PlayStation. There are definitely still people there, but a massive portion is PC and PlayStation. And if you look at like, let's say Nintendo sold 10 million copies, or Capcom and Nintendo sold 10 million copies of Monster Hunter Rise. Do you think that there's actually 10 million people that bought Monster Hunter World on Xbox? I highly, highly doubt that it's anywhere near PlayStation, PC, or Nintendo when it comes to. I think it's significantly lower. That's all I'm saying, you know? So, you think Capcom will make another original Monster Hunter game on Switch 2? No, I think they will make Monster Hunter Wilds on Switch 2. I think they will port that game to the Switch 2. Somehow, they'll get it going. Yakuza Pirates about to plunder the whole user base. Yakuza Pirates? I don't know about that. February, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Monster Hunter Wilds, Trails Through Daybreak 2, Tomb Raider, remastered, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Yeah, move out. Yeah, that's, oh my gosh, that's a killer. That's a killer release lineup. Oh, it's just some gum. I'm stupid. I like to chew like a million pieces of gum. Like, I bought this pack today and it's like all gone. Because I just like to go through gum like I'm stupid. So yeah. Pokemon Company should put Pokemon ZA trailer. Enjoy Pokemon. Enjoy Pokemon without guns. Yeah, they should definitely not do that. Definitely not do something like that. Let's see. You bought Rise 3 times. Nice. Capcom, Dank says Capcom gave away Iceborne and Monster wasn't even in the top 10 charts. Okay, for Xbox. Yeah. Hey, what's up, David? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing tonight? Welcome. Make sure you guys follow me on Blue Sky. If you're not following me on Blue Sky, make sure you follow me. I got a link right here. It's like Twitter, but just like nowhere near as many people. Not as crazy. So follow me on Blue Sky if you want to follow me. I appreciate it. All right. If you guys have questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, PlayerEssence by itself. More than happy to answer your questions as well. Is it true that Xbox will have their own handheld in the future? I mean, that's what the insiders are saying right now. Or does it still remain a rumor? It's a rumor, but it's just, we don't know until they confirm it. So it's a rumor until it's confirmed. But the insiders are saying that. It's not, guys, it's probably going to be a streaming handheld, and it's not going to be actual Switch 2. Like, I think people are, it's going to be like it's going to be like the ROG Ally or something like that. Or not ROG, it's going to be like the Logitech Z Cloud. That's what I think it's going to be like.
Sup, OJ.
Sup, Super Christian?
Smash and Saturday, and it's also Metaphor Night.
Hey!
Playing both that and Smash.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of Mario and Luigi Brothership so far?
Good.
It started out slow and boring with a capital snore, but it's finally picking up and loving it now. Cold sweat smile.
It takes a little bit of time to get going for sure, because I'm still like in the beginning. I'm going to play it more tomorrow when we have our bonus stream with it. But yeah, it starts out a bit slow. I'm still at the beginning, so it's a little bit slow. But I like the gameplay is super fun. The animations are great. So I'm looking forward to playing more. Thank you for the $3. And then also Sicilian with the $2. Says, can we talk about the gum preference, mint versus fruit? It's a mood preference. Sometimes I'm in the mood for mint. If I'm going somewhere more professional, mint. If I'm at home, more fruit. So yeah, it's definitely a preference of where I'm at. And it's also what's available. Sometimes they don't have the gum that I want available and whatever. So, you know, so yeah. But it seems like the mint gum you want to keep in longer, whereas like the The fruit gum, you want to spit the fruit gum out like faster than the mint gum. So there's also that. Big love though, big love to Sicilian Gamer. Big love to Christian Meerwold, and we have done it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We are officially at 61, and you guys know what time it is. It's time for Noah and Mio. Let's go. Big love, and don't worry, the audio's really close. So yeah, definitely it's slow at the beginning, yeah, for sure. So Nintendo making a Lego game with one of their IPs. Nintendo's making a Lego game with one of their IPs. What game is that? Was that a rumor? I didn't see that anywhere. Yeah, I didn't see. Was that on my Nintendo? I didn't see where it said that at all. So yeah, I did not see that. I remember Fruit Stripe gum back in the day. I used to like Fruit Stripe gum when I was younger. I remember that. Dude, I don't think the audio ever played. The audio never played for the 1 hour. I gotta redo it now. What the heck? Why did it never played? Hold up, let me see if I can. What happened? Legit just didn't work. Legit just not work. Or maybe you guys can hear. I don't hear the audio with the Noah and Mio. So 1 hour max. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, there we go. Freaking busted, man. I really need to get that new Stream Deck. Oh, you guys can hear it. Oh, it played on your end. Okay. It wasn't playing on my end. I don't know why it wasn't playing. So did it play the first time? Like the first time that I played it, did you guys hear it? Because I didn't hear it. So that's so weird. So weird. Not 2 hours now. I thought it didn't play. Okay. Heard it twice? Okay. Okay. That's weird. I didn't hear it, so I thought it didn't happen. It played twice? Okay. Okay. Well, I'll go back and look at the replay. I'll make a note at 1:21. I'll go back and look, and I'll see exactly what happened. Shout out to thank you guys for that feedback. Big love, though. We have the combo breakers 60. We're going to try to move our way to 100 on the combo board. If we get that, we'll have another bonus stream tomorrow. Come out for tomorrow, guys. I don't know exactly the time, but we're going to have a Mario and Luigi Brothership stream. You know, J2 wants to see if we can do it around 4 p.m. Central. That's around 1 p.m. my time. I might not be able to do it then. It might be a little bit later, J2, so hopefully you can hang on and we can do it a little bit later than that if I can't get some babysitting done. But yeah, we're going to have the Mario and Luigi Brothership stream. So I'll work on some tags and I'll work on some thumbnails and I'll work on some cool stuff for that tomorrow. So yeah, we're going to come out, hang out for a bit, and then we're going to get right into Mario and Luigi Brothership. So just the beginning of the game, no spoilers. I made sure to you know, get past some of like the beginning parts and just like kind of get to where like I'm already in a little bit of the combat. So you guys don't got to worry about spoilers. We're going to play for a bit, enjoy it, you know, talk about the game, whatever, discuss. And then, yeah, that'll be that. And that's for J2 Blue. Shout out to J2. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, all good. Hey, what's up, the Mango Man Juice? I know you've been here, but what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. I didn't say hi to you. This is more of the question, not starting a rumor of one. Okay, more of a question. Oh, a question. Oh, do you see? I thought you meant did you see? Okay, I'm stupid. Maybe. I mean, maybe they do that. I mean, they've done some stuff with Lego before, so I think it's possible that they do that. Yeah. Sorry, I completely read that wrong. Let's see here. Shout out to Mango Man. Shout out to Danny Owen Gamer. Appreciate you, man. Welcome to the stream. Lego Animal Crossing Easy Money. I don't think they want to do that with the Animal Crossing series. I think if they're going to do a Lego... I mean, I can see them doing Lego Mario. I mean, I can definitely see them doing Lego Mario. Like a Lego Mario game. I can see that. Because Mario's their biggest, like, their mascot. It fits the Lego IP. Like, I think it makes sense to do a Lego Mario game. So, I can see something like that. Lego Mario. They're not going to do it. Lego doesn't fit Metroid. They're not going to do Lego Metroid. They're not going to do that. I can see Lego Mario. I can maybe even see a spin-off like Lego Zelda. But yeah, I don't see Lego anything else outside of like Mario, Zelda, or like Donkey Kong or something like that. I mean, yeah. Lego my ego. Yeah, I don't see a Lego Kirby. Nah. Because Kirby's a round puffball. So I don't think it fits Lego, but, you know. Yeah, we'll see for sure. We'll see. But yeah, I don't see them doing that. I see it's probably gonna just be Mario, man. Keep it a buck. It's probably just gonna be Mario. That's probably what it's just gonna be. They're probably ain't gonna do nothing else outside of that. So yeah. And remember, we're also doing a giveaway for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. We're gonna have one digital code giveaway for that game too. So if you haven't seen my most recent video, check it out. I will link it for you guys. Make sure you watch my most recent video on Xenoblade Chronicles X. And watch those videos because I will be giving more information on the giveaway as we get closer on my videos on Xenoblade Chronicles X. So there's my most recent video. Check it out if you get the opportunity. I discuss a big situation that could happen considering that Nintendo just gave us updates on Xenoblade Chronicles series sales numbers. So I go over something that would be pretty big for the series if they're able to get it done with Xenoblade Chronicles X. In terms of popularity overall and how they're going to actually achieve that. Some ways to actually achieve that. So, yeah. Mario just kind of works with anything as long as it's not too serious. I mean, yeah, pretty much for the most part. It works with so much different stuff. So yeah, I can see them doing, yeah, you know. I mean, look at Mario's been in what? Mario's done Mario plus Rabbids. Mario's done sports games. Mario's done typing and educational. Mario's done all sorts of stuff. Mario's everywhere, so I can definitely see them doing a Lego Mario game. So same with the other $2 says, when is the Xenoblade X game box giveaway? Well, it's a digital code, so there is no game box. You get no game box. You get no game box, Sicilian. You get none. Thank you for the $2, Sicilian. I appreciate that. Extending your Hokage lead to 25. Anybody that's 25 or more, you can tie up or beat out Sicilian. That would be the opening thread. Shout outs to my man Sicilian. Thank you so much for the $25 tonight. Let's go. Big love. And once again, we still have Sicilian and Cammy top of the Stream Ninja board as well. Big love, guys. Appreciate that. Let's go. Combo breaks. Lego balloon fight. There you go, man. Xeno Lego Chronicles. That doesn't really roll off the tongue. Xeno Lego Chronicles. Yeah, that doesn't roll off the tongue. So I don't know. That it'd probably get rejected just based off that name alone. Lego Pikmin. Yeah, I don't see that one happening either. I don't see anything happening with Pikmin, anything outside. Like, I don't see them doing any spin-offs. Like, usually when a game gets a spin-off, it's because it's a popular series, so they know they can actually sell it. Most of the time, if a game isn't super popular in terms of sales, it's not going to really get a spin-off. They're just going to put those resources into making the next game bigger and better. So that's why usually you see spin-offs with games that are really successful, like really popular. Mario, Zelda, you know. Yeah, those. I mean, Animal Crossing, you see it a little bit, but not. I mean, you have the Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, but yeah, you don't really see it too much with games that are not super popular. You did have like the Hey Pikmin game, you know, so there was that, but yeah, most of the time you'll see with games that are actually like super popular or that have been around for like a hot minute. Pikmin Bloom, wasn't that a mobile game? I mean, that's just like a mobile game though, so it's like it's not really like an official like game spin-off like a Lego game. That's kind of different. Metroid Blast Ball, yeah, Metroid's like that's iconic though. Like Metroid is an iconic franchise, like, and it's been around for like I said, like a hot minute, you know, like it's been around, so it's iconic. So it was able to get that. It was cheap for them to do it on the 3DS. I mean, it was easy for them to experiment with spin-offs and other things on the 3DS because the games were just cheaper to make. Like, I highly doubt that we're going to see high-definition spin-offs of, like, Metroid games and stuff like that. Now in the HD era, I doubt we're going to see stuff like Metroid Blast Ball and Federation Force, you know, and I doubt we're going to see that because that's too much money now. Like, if you're going to spend the money to make a game like that, like, yeah, you might see something, but it's going to be rare. It's going to be very, very rare. Most of the time, they're going to put those resources and that time into making the next big game to try to make it sell better or more or whatever the case is. They're not going to spend that time making spin-offs with those franchises. I remember when they revealed Metroid Blast. Well, they revealed it as just Blast Ball at first. Remember, we saw it at I think it was the Nintendo World Championships. We saw it first there. But they didn't reveal it as part of the Metroid game. At that point, it was just like a blast ball or whatever. And then And then later they revealed it as, oh, it's Metroid Prime Federation Force, and this is part of the game. And yeah, people went ballistic. Oh my gosh, people were so mad that they made that instead of a brand new Metroid game for the Wii U, or even like a big new Metroid game for the 3DS, like an actual real Metroid game, not that Federation Force, like with the big heads and all that and multiplayer. It was just the wrong game at the wrong time. If that game would have came out like after, I don't know, like after Dread was announced or before, like, and like after Samus Returns, I think it would have been okay if it came out after Samus Returns, or if it was just like an extra or part of Samus Returns. Let's just say that they decided to just say, hey, you just get it with Samus Returns, which they would never do that. But if they did, or if it came out afterwards, I think it would have been better. It wouldn't have been received so bad. But we hadn't got a new Metroid game in, well, it hadn't been that long. It had just been since, but we hadn't got a new, yeah, really, because like, what's it called? Metroid Other M came out in 2010. But Other M was not looked at favorably amongst all Metroid fans. So really, the last real, like, core Metroid game that we got was, what, Metroid Prime 3 in 2007? So it had been, like, it had been going on a decade. It had been going on a decade. And even if you know, it had been going on a half decade plus. So, I like Other M outside of, like, a number of key fatal issues. Like, I like Other M. I think that there's a lot of cool things with Other M. But there's a number of key problems with that game that holds it back. But I think it's a good game. All right. It's a solid game. It's not like it's an incredible game, but it's an okay game. So yeah, Other M only issue means when you use the missiles, the controls were terrible. Controls were absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Uncario says Miss Click was a huge she's a huge Metroid Other M fan. She does like the game a lot. I mean, I just don't like the controls. That's the if they let you have normal controls, it would have been so much better. But they do not. Sorry, my phone's going absolutely bonkers here, guys. Notifications. But they don't let you have normal controls, which is the problem. And it creates more of a problem when they don't let you have normal controls. So it just sucks, like, because it's just a problem, you know? So, yeah, Other M's combat was good. It was fun. It was fun. Like, Team Ninja did a good job with a lot of the combat in the game. Wii NSL. I would love to see the game. Like, there's like mods and there's ways that you can play it with normal controls, but I would love to see it with that. I would love it. All this Metroid Talk just makes me want another Mega Man game. Like, why is he the only appearing in that Secret Levels of Netflix series? I mean, Mega Man's not a massive seller, so Capcom hasn't been able to figure out exactly how to sell Mega Man, like, in droves and spades, you know? And with the rising cost of development, Mega Man's popularity, he's iconic, but he's not like super, like game sales popular, you know? He's not super game sales popular. Listen, sell out, dude. Nobody's saying that Metroid Other M is like freaking perfect or anything like that. Nobody's saying that, man. We're just saying that it's not like the worst game ever, and it's not that it doesn't count. You know, that doesn't, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it doesn't count towards it being a Metroid game. Like, that's all we're saying. We get it. There's some things we get it. Trust me. The game is the game's like a decade, almost 2 decades old now at this point. So we know we don't gotta revisit everything. I'm just saying, like, it still counts, and there's still some good things about the game. Like, there's still some good things. There's good and bad things. That's it. It is the worst Metroid game. It's not the worst Metroid game. No, I think Federation Force is probably worse than that game. So yeah, I'd probably give it. I would say the worst Metroid game is Federation Force. That's probably the worst one. But I guess it's close. Maybe second to worst. I don't know. Some people would probably say the original Metroid's like the worst Metroid game. It's not aged. It's aged worse than Metroid Other M. The original Metroid game, but people don't want to be haters. So yeah. Let's see. Capcom should do a live-action Mega Man game based off the original box art, starring RGT. I think that'd be dope. I'd be down. He says it'd be cool to see a Mega Man game in HD 2D art style and have the traditional side scroll. Oh, I would love that. Or even like a Metroid Dread. Like a Metroid Dread level Mega Man game. Imagine that. Give us something like that. Give us like a Metroid Dread level Mega Man game. Like that type of style, you know? I think that'd be good. I'd be down for it, man. So yeah, but I mean, I get it. I get why some people don't like it. I get that. But regardless of the point is that at the time, the whole point, regardless of however you feel, the whole point was people were angry that, you know, they wanted regular traditional Metroid Prime or 2D Metroid back. So yeah, they wanted that. That's what they wanted back, you know? Let's see, my favorite Spawncast members are Miss Clink, Dreamcast Guy, and Player Essence. Hey, all the people that don't even go on the show anymore, all the people that don't even go there. Yeah, that's it. Yo, big love, shout outs, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. So yeah. Yes, Nintendo probably wants to do wants eventually to make their first party games playable, so we'll see that with NSO. Last Mega Man Spawncast hasn't been the same since it stopped being live. I know, seriously. Dreamcast Guy, the guy who will forever be known as the girlfriend scammer. Yeah, I know, seriously. Also, the people who make Spawncast chat mad. I know, seriously. John slowly ending the Spawncast. No. No, John is not slowly ending the Spawncast. No. Smash JT said he's the worst YouTuber. Smash JT said he is the worst YouTuber. Smash JT said who's the worst YouTuber? Oh yeah, that's true. He did say that. That's true. You tapped in. Hey, what's good? Hey, what's good, man? Welcome, brother. Shout outs, man. I've always wondered if Super Mario RPG is good enough to purchase. Would you recommend? Of course I would. Check out my video on the game, Neo Geo Raiden. If you're ever wondering about what big first-party exclusive, I pretty much cover all the big RPGs. So if you're ever wondering if an RPG is good enough to get or not, watch my videos on the channel. We're in Q&A though, guys. So if you guys have questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence by itself. More than happy to answer all of your questions. Let's keep it going. Super Mario RPG is the best Mario RPG. It's definitely one of the better Mario RPGs out there. I gotta finish Mario and Luigi Brothership, but like Super Mario RPG Remake still might take the cake. You know, still might take the cake. I'm secretly hoping that John goes back to being live. Like, I'm secretly hoping that next year or when Switch 2 comes out, John realizes that a live show is so much better than a pre-recorded show. Like, I don't even feel like hanging out there for 2 hours or however long it takes to record. Like, it just feels like it's just not organic. And I know people do that all the time in podcasts, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I think if it's a recorded show, I'd rather us all be in studio. That would be so cool if we had enough money so we could all go in studio and like do an actual Spawncast show. That'd be so lit. But obviously that's not going to be a thing, right? But I really hope that next year he realizes that, okay, Switch 2's launching. Let's get back to being live, the energy, and like whoever can show up, right? Like whoever can show up to the show, even if it's just him and Evan. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Or at least try to secure at least one guest every single one, you know, at least even if it's just him, Evan, and somebody else or two, that's fine. I don't think people even care because the numbers weren't bad. And I get that, you know, everybody, you know, couldn't show up. And he basically the reasoning for this was that John wanted people to actually, like, you know, he wanted to give us, like, he did it for us. And he did it for people that couldn't show up just because Saturday nights, it's a tough night, you know, just because, you know, people, the weekend, families, whatever the case is, right? And it's like right in the middle, like late at night, you know, for them, East Coast, it's 9 p.m. It goes from 9 to 11, you know? So I get why. Like, I get it. It's perfect for me, but I get why he did it, you know? I get why. But I'm hoping that with the Switch 2 and all that, he decides that to go back to a live show. And whoever can show up and make it there, cool. If you can't, that's cool too, you know? So yeah, that's what I was hoping. I was hoping that, just because, like, I don't know, I don't feel like sitting through a 2-hour recording as much. Although I want to go to the recordings, like I just can't because I got to pick up my daughter. You know, that's like right smack dab in the middle of the times that I usually have to go pick up my daughter. Although there are some times when now at this point where it's not going to be, but a lot of times it is. Christian with the $3.
Where they announced Switch 2 at the Game Awards.
No.
You know that revealing orchestra music that plays at the very beginning of FF6?
No.
That was the reveal music, but sunset, and then it says March 2025.
No.
No name. Rolling on the floor laughing.
I'm not giving Keely the reveal. Keely should not get the reveal of the Switch 2. That's just something that I don't think he should get. That's just me. That's just me. Thank you for the $3 though. Let's go. Combo breaker, boys. We are going on our way to 70 on the board. Can we get to 100 combos, guys? We are getting closer and closer. Almost at 70 on the board. Let's go. Spawncast isn't the same without the engagement. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Although he does pull comments from the chat, like from people. I don't know where he pulls them from, but I saw that he does pull some people's comments. So that's good. But I don't know, man. I like the interaction. I like the live interaction of the stream. Not of like people in the stream, but just the show being live. I just feel like there's just, I don't know. It's just there's something about it. Maybe because I'm a live streamer. That's and all my shows are live. I don't know. I'm not like a podcast recorder where like I sit back and record a podcast for 2 hours or an hour plus. That's just not my stuff. If I was gonna do a podcast again, that's not live. It'd probably only be like not even an hour. It'd probably be like 45 minutes to an hour. So, which I am probably gonna start up a podcast, like podcast series. We'll maybe do like a mix of live and recorded. Depending on what we can do. And I am going to set that up when Switch 2 comes out. But yeah, it'd probably be live and some recorded. I mean, it's going to be, live is great because obviously we can get stuff done right away. So yeah. Let's see here. I blame Argentine players since haters. Yeah, the human interaction is different when it's live. Yeah, it really is. You know, and not to like, I like having you guys come over there, and I think it's fun. Like, and also I think like, I'll be honest. Like the Spawncast pre-show was one of my best shows. You know, we would get so many people for the Spawncast pre-show into there. So it does hurt a little bit not to have those numbers. You know, we would get 300, 400 people. So it was hype. It was a hype thing to get the people, my users rallied up, ready to go, and then we all jump into the Spawncast. I thought that was fun. You know, to me that creates excitement to kind of get the numbers, get hundreds of people watching, and then jump into the live show, right? And like, what's there gonna be? Like, what are we gonna be talking about? John sometimes didn't tell us what we're talking about, so I like the, oh, we don't know what we're gonna be talking about. It's just kind of just like, I like that, but I'm crazy, so I'm kind of crazy. So I you know, I like that chaos of all over the place, compared to not. So yeah. Imagine just doing a live podcast and then suddenly Nintendo or Sony and Microsoft does announce something groundbreaking, or just any publisher. Yeah. Which, I mean, there's been stuff like that has went down live as like I was streaming, and it was cool to like talk about it. Like the whole Nintendo backwards compatibility went down like when we were live, which was pretty cool. Plus, are you watching Arcane? I'm not watching Arcane, Cammy. Unfortunately, I'm not. So yeah, even the energy on the show isn't the same. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's still getting good viewership though, so at least the viewership is pretty good. Like I think it's still doing like tens of thousands of views, you know, so it's not like people aren't watching, you know, which is good. I was, you know, I thought that the viewership would still be there regardless, just even like when we barely had anybody on at times, or when like people couldn't make it to the live show, like the viewership was still there. But yeah, like, and also I think that the fact that they do like the whole Spawncast network, there's already a bunch of other live stream shows, so it's a lot of live streaming. You know, they already do Xbox Direct. They already do Click R3. Is Click R3, was that live? I know there was one live. Click R3, they do, you know, there's the the Game and Talk, you know, so they already do a number of live shows. So I guess it was balancing out that too, right? No, I'm not really that big of a Skyrim fan. I do like the game though. Go watch my top 25 RPGs on the Switch sellout. I talk about all the RPGs and stuff that I like or not. Spawncast show and pre was always been fun over the years. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward though to the more like Switch 2 stuff. I think that's gonna be super fun to go over, like when we get closer to the Switch 2 reveal. This is gonna be one of the biggest moments in gaming, hands down. One of the biggest moments in gaming is going to be the Switch 2 reveal. When it finally does get revealed, what's gonna happen there, like that's just gonna be, it's gonna be an awesome show, man. I cannot wait to see that. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do, you know. So yeah, man, exciting. So yeah, exciting. Let's see here. Click R3 was a few shows. Was for a few shows, then they went pre-recorded to accommodate Ryan and potential Sony gear creators. Xbox Direct is convenient for Nate on the live aspect. Okay, yeah. Not gonna lie, now this podcast isn't live, I noticed that RGT's rants get on my nerves, especially when he doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, I mean, they still treat the show as if it's live, so it's not like you can script out, you know, what you want to say. So, but yeah, it's not like it's. When it's not live, it doesn't feel more spontaneous because it's a recording and somebody could edit it, but they're not editing anything. I don't think they're really I think, yeah, they got to edit, but they're not editing out stuff like that, right? So it's still like it was. He'd probably still say the same thing. I think now, though, the difference is that when you do things, what I noticed for me, because I'm not allowed to say anything, if I do, people just get overwhelmingly angry at anything that I say, regardless. Whether I'm right or wrong on anything, they'll just get angry. But I noticed that when it was like in the pre-recorded, I'm like, oh yeah, they're probably gonna be angry about that. So now there's kind of like a looming. I'm trying to think over my head, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't say this or I shouldn't say that. Whereas live, I kind of just free flow it. It's like whatever, you know. I don't really think about it too much. So even like for me personally, I do think about it like, you know, it's pre-recorded. But I know nothing's gonna get edited out unless it's something crazy. But nothing's really gonna get edited out, you know. But yeah, I can understand what you're saying though, Juice. Like the fact that, like it's like, wait a minute, he said that even though it's pre-recorded. It's like when what's it called? Jake Paul or whatever that it was like when he went to Japan and he did that thing that he did in Japan, and it made it worse because it wasn't a live stream. It was a freaking edited video. He actually went to Japan, came back, put it in his editor, watched it multiple times, edited it, had his team look at it, and then uploaded it. And you're like, how did this get past? How did this get past all the eyes? How did it get past all the filters? You know, like how usually when things go wrong, it's like it's a live stream or it's like right there you make an accident. You know, this was not that, you know? This was not that. So yeah, man. We don't know if Switch 2 is going to get GTA 6, man. Let's just wait and see. So yeah. Yeah, it's going to blow up the internet, man. It's going to blow up the internet. It's going to be techie, but speaking of backwards compatibility, was the Wii U CPU got bottleneck performance-wise because it needed to be designated to be backwards compatible with Wii? I'm not sure. I don't know if that was the case or not, but I'm not sure if that was. So that's something that MVG or somebody that knows about tech would know. I did corrected by Celia time to time when it comes to Nintendo, so that's good at least. Yeah. Well, I mean, let her do it, because if I do it, if I say something different, it's just like I'm the devil. So, Ryan Cardo says, "Hey OJ, hey, what's up, Ryan? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Maybe Level 5 can finally release something when it happens. Maybe one of these days, Level 5 will announce a game and it'll release within a good time frame. One of these days, it will happen. You know." So yeah. So yeah. Let's see here. But it's all good though. It's all good. Everyone's talking about the whole arcane thing. That's really good. So. Hey, what's up, Roger? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs, man. Welcome. How are you doing today? Make sure you guys ask your questions. Get your questions in. Shout out. So make sure you guys hit that like button too. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button as well. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Appreciate you guys. Let's do it. Many said the video game adaptation curse is broken. In my opinion, not really, because VG TV shows adaptation has been successful for years. It's only been movies that have been kind of meh. Yeah, I think that's already kind of been a thing. Yeah, where I don't really... The adaptation curse is not really a thing anymore. There's been plenty of stuff over the years, so yeah. But I mean, I haven't really heard about that in a while, so... It's not like that's been like a thing that's like, oh my gosh, people are talking about... People aren't really talking about that a lot, so... So yeah. I was shocked to find out that Level 5 actually a private company. Yeah, it's actually really easy to learn that. They've been that way for a long time. If you notice their games are self-published or their games are picked up by like Bandai Namco or something like that. So that's been known for decades now. Or if you just, I don't know, looked at anything. They've never been you can tell that they're self-owned because they're not part of some other company that's releasing their lineup. Like, you can tell. You can tell. Yeah, no shareholders, no nothing. Yeah, you can tell because they delay stuff. They do whatever the hell they want. If they actually had shareholders and all that, trust me, the company would not be ran the way that the company's ran. It would not be ran the way that if the company was actually had shareholders and all that, they'd be furious with them, and they demand if they start putting out games more often. Like, they would demand. We would probably have like a bunch of more, like even more Yokai Watch spin-offs. We'd probably have more Inazuma 11 things. They would have probably already told them to release Inazuma 11. They would have said, get that game out. Stop waiting so long. It would have been completely different. So, completely different if they actually had people telling them, like, pressure, you know? So yeah. But it's all good. Niham, Falcom and Cellphone 2 just saying, yeah. It's amazing how Falcom almost never delays their trails in these games. I mean, they build off the same engine and they just continuously, you know, kind of just do what they're good at overall. So yeah. That's really what they do. It's really what they do. But yeah, they do a good job though. You can't what's it called? You cannot you cannot understate how important it is for what they do, because it's actually pretty impressive, you know? Pretty impressive overall. When Level 5 announced a new game, I'm happy. When they say multimedia project, I lose interest. I know, that's the first thing that happens. First thing that happens. Yo, big love to, is it Neb? Neb, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that, man. Shout outs. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Do you think Metroid Prime 4 actually released in 2025 or gets delayed again? Of course it's going to release in 2025. Of course it does. Of course. It's only been delayed once. It was canceled. The whole version was scrapped, and they never actually delayed this version of the game. There was actually no delay. That version of the game, that was not delayed. That was scrapped. So this version of Metroid Prime 4 has never been delayed. They never announced a release date or anything. And then they finally just announced it, and then they gave us a release year. So actually, there's been no delay. Technically speaking, there's been no delay of this Metroid Prime 4 game. There's been no delay. And honestly, there was no delay of the last one either. They just announced it, and then they said that it was scrapped. So there's actually never been a delay of Metroid. There's just been one scrapped version of the game. That's it. That's it. It's cool to hear that your perspective on the new Spawncast changes. Yeah, I'm hoping it goes back to live, but we'll see. Hey, what's up, Skip It? Level 5 company. I don't understand how it's even profitable. I know. I think probably through some of their multimedia that they have. They still sell games. Like their games still somewhat sell, so they still get some royalties from games. But yeah, they had some financial problems. They definitely had some. When Yokai Watch imploded on itself, they definitely had some financial problems. But looks like they're getting back on track with their anime deals and with all the different stuff that they're doing there. So yeah. Hey, what's up, JCat? Welcome to the stream, young lady. How you doing today? So make sure you guys check out my most recent video too. If you have not seen it, I talk about Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I'm giving away a free copy, a free digital copy of the game as well. Tomorrow we're gonna have a Mario and Luigi Brothership stream. We're gonna try to do it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it by 1 p.m. my time. So maybe by a little bit later than that, we're going to have a Mario and Luigi Brothership stream. So there's that. So that should be fun. Yo, Nightshade. Hey, thank you for the Nightshade TCG. Thank you for the 54 months of tune-in tier. Let's go, man. Appreciate that. Good to see Skip It here too. Good to see some of the old school peeps. Skip It, JCat. Shout outs, Nightshade. Thank you guys for your support. Correction by JCat. Falcom was publicly traded those, so difference between level 5. Yeah. They're publicly traded, so they're not completely private. So there you go. It's fun stuff though. Fun times overall for all all gamers, man. All gamers. Fun times. Like I said, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, let them know that we are out here and we are streaming. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. Let's do it. Appreciate it. Gotta love reuse old school theme. Yeah, it was announced ages ago. I agree, but it was never delayed. The game was never officially delayed. It was scrapped. So they scrapped that version and started a new version. Then even from the time that they started the new version, it was never delayed. They never gave a release date. You can't delay something that's never got a release date, technically. So I see what you're saying, but I don't think they're going to delay it. They said, hey, look, it's 2025. They wouldn't have announced it for 2025 if it wasn't going to come out in 2025. I think they would have just waited till they knew exactly when. But the game had already been, been announced for so long ago, back in 2017. I think they were just going to wait till they knew when they had a release date or a release year for the game and then announce it. And they did. So I don't think they're going to, I don't think they're going to delay it out of 2025. I mean, that's the only way they can get delayed because the game does not have a release date in 2025. All it has is just 2025. So I doubt it's going to get delayed out of 2025. I doubt it's going to be a 2026 game. You never know, I guess. But yeah, I doubt that's going to happen. Do you have a prediction for PS5 Pro first week sales in Japan? I don't. What do you guys think? What's your guesstimate, JCat? I haven't really thought about that. I really haven't. I haven't thought about it. I've been on Brothership the whole stream. Game is growing on me more. Yeah, I want to get back at it, but I gotta wait for the stream tomorrow. I'm still playing Metaphor, and I'm like 118 hours in on Metaphor. I probably got about maybe another 30 hours. No, not 30. I probably got like maybe another like 15 to 20 hours left, based off of where I think I am in the game. So I probably got a bit more time left. This might be a 150 hour game for me. So SMT5 Vengeance was about 150 hours. So yeah, I really want to just play that and then get that done, and then I'll probably jump into Brothership, like full go into Brothership after I'm done with Metaphor. But I don't know, man. I think Metaphor New Game Plus might be calling me. Christian Miro with the $1 dono says, explain this to me, guys. Somebody rang our doorbell just now, and when we opened the door, they left the red scooter right in front. Any ideas? Unhinged behavior? Somebody, is that for real, Super Christian Me World? A red scooter? Like, what do you, like a scooter, like where you kick with your feet scooter? That seems very, very weird that somebody would do that. Let me look up, is there any metaphors for red scooters? Red scooter meaning? Yeah. Do not look up the meaning of red scooter on Urban Dictionary. Forget that I even said that. Goodness gracious. All right, we'll just move on from that. I am not saying what that means. And I don't think it means that either, what Urban Dictionary said. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's something, there's no way. Black people were not involved in anything to do with the name of Red Scooter. So, yeah, Christian, you're good. Because there's no way that apply to anybody with any sort of melanin in their skin. That is, with anybody with any sort of melanin in their skin, it does not apply to them at all. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, you guys can look it up yourself. I've literally never heard that before. I've never, ever, ever heard of that before until I looked it up. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I doubt the Urban Dictionary is what's happening to Super Christian. Maybe they just wanted you to have a free scooter, bro. It's getting towards Thanksgiving. It's getting towards Christmas. Maybe they just wanted you guys to have a red scooter. Both Level 5 and Falcom are technically indie companies, though. Technically, yes. Currently 11 hours. Nice, nice. JCast says, 50K? 50K for PS5 Pro or 50K for total sales for the PS or for the PlayStation in Japan? So that's like includes everything, JCat? Yeah, exactly. No, trust me, it's not Mango Man. It's not something that you would want, or it's not something that's enviable or that we need. It has nothing. Trust me, you don't need to catch that break. There's no need for you to catch that break. So yeah. So there's no need for you to catch that break at all. Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous and nasty. So yeah, it's, I guess technically you can, so it actually does apply to everybody, but the melanin within the other party, female party, would have to be a certain type. There would have to be none. It'd have to be more of a lighter skin, apparently. Anyway, I'm done. 50K just for PS5 Pro. I think 10K for regular, so 60K. That'd be I mean, it wouldn't be a great launch, but that'd be a better, I mean, it'd be better than what they've been doing, but yeah, that's not great. Let me see Nintendo. Let me see what Nintendo Switch OLED did at launch. Nintendo Switch OLED Famitsu launch sales. Let's see what the Switch OLED did. Of course, whenever you look it up, they don't, you can't actually look it up. So, 2021 Famitsu. Where's the archive on freaking Famitsu? Can anybody link that? JCat, can anybody link me the damn archive so I can look up stuff easier? Because I don't know why when I type in Google search, it's so freaking hard to find the archive. Try nichebarrier.com. Okay. I need DJ King or somebody to find me where you get like those exact numbers, bro, so I can find and do easy comparisons. Oh, okay. What's this site? 2021. First week. Oh, okay. I can see here release date. Yeah, this is. Oh, but it's just like games. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll look at that later. It's the same with the $2 and says the Nintendo Switch OLED, like when the OLED launched in 2021. Sell your wife or sell your PS5 to your wife MSRP and get a PS5 Pro. Yeah, the only problem, I was thinking about doing this, guys. The only problem is that I already bought my wife a PS5 back in 2020. So when the PS5 launched, I actually already bought her one. So there's no way that I could actually what's it called? Sell her unless she needs 2 PS5s, which I don't think she needs 2 PS5s, you know? So yeah. So I can't sell her the PS5 to get the PS5 Pro. The way that clip from Dreamcast Guy is so good, man. It's so good. So good. So yeah. So good. I think PS5 Pro will like low 20, 30K. Yen is weak. It's very expensive in Japan. Plus Sony stock probably mostly Americans in Europe. Yeah. That could be it. Yo, J-Cat with the 3 British pounds. Yo, shout outs to J-Cat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, young lady. We out here. Combo breaks.
Combo breaker.
Let's go. So yeah, I don't know how much it sold at that point, but yeah, we'll see. Like, I just wish Google would work. Like, if I type in debut Nintendo Switch OLED sales in Japan Famitsu 2021, like, it should pop, like, that should get me, like, I don't know why it says 2024. Like, I said 2021. I said 2021. All right, here, I found it. Let's go. Okay, I found it. When I did that, I was able to find it from My Nintendo News because they do a better job with their titles. So Nintendo Switch OLED sold 138,409 units in its launch week. Once again, the Switch OLED was way cheaper though. The PS5 Pro was way more expensive than the Nintendo Switch OLED. So I don't expect it to do anywhere near that. So yeah, the Nintendo Switch OLED sold 138,409 units. So yeah. So that was that. I don't know why this is tracked to Bloomberg News on the source from My Nintendo News. Ridiculous. Was Dreamcast Guy real for that? Yeah, he was real, dude. He was real. Like, it was like 100% real. It was 100% real. Like, I'll show you guys. I think I have the bookmark. So the bookmark, I have it. I think I have it where you can okay, yeah. If you guys haven't seen it, here's the clip. It's a great clip. I love this. This is so funny. This is so funny.
I am having a PlayStation 5 Pro delivered today. Big, gigantic thank you to my girlfriend. She bought my PlayStation 5 off me for $500, so I only had to pay $200 for a PlayStation 5 Pro. So thank you, baby. You're a queen. She's never really played PlayStation 5 ever in her life. She's never played any PlayStation, so she's going to buy my PlayStation 5. I'm getting the Pro so we can play Baldur's Gate 3 and stuff together. But, man, I am having a...
This was, I think this was, like I said, there's a couple different things for this one. And shout out to Dreamcast Guy, because I told him that I reacting to it again. There's a couple different things with this one. It's like, he already made videos, Dreamcast Guy, shout out to him, man, he's the homie, but he already made videos saying, like, don't buy it. So I think this might have been cap, like, like, I don't want to say that he lying. But woo, I've been waiting long for this, bro. Like, I don't want to say that he lying, but this one might be cap because there's reason and opportunity for cap here. There's like reason and opportunity for cap, like, and there's all different types of cap that could happen with this. Like, she could have bought it, but not for 500. He just hyped up the numbers because, oh, okay, yeah, like, it'll make it sound not as bad. It could be cap like, yo, you didn't do it at all. You're just trying to find an excuse because you told people not to buy the PS5 Pro. He literally had a video. I watched it, said, don't buy the PS5 Pro. And then he buys one. It could be cap like he's just making it up. Like nothing. He just bought the PS5 Pro because he pre-ordered it right away. He just bought it. It could be cap in that. I mean, there's like a lot of ways. Or it could actually be legit. It can be legit. It can be like legit because Dreamcast Guy does, I mean, listen, he's got a lot of girlfriends. He's went through a lot of girlfriends. And this is no hate towards Dreamcast Guy because you know I love him and I'll make this joke in front of him. But maybe this is one of the reasons why he's went through so many girlfriends. Like, this could be one of the traits. how you go, why you went through so many girlfriends if you're willing to charge your girlfriend 500. Like, that's something that you probably should just give to her, or it should be significantly cheaper. It should not be anywhere near MSRP. So it should not be anywhere near MSRP. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But people were talking about this. This was such a huge, and like I said, shout out to the homie Dreamcast Guy. I'm just having a little bit of fun with it. But this was big, man. This was people out here talking. They talking all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're talking all sorts of things. They're sitting here. People are talking about this. You got Ralphie tagging people. Sicilian with the 2, and says his girlfriend seems like she doesn't even play PlayStation. Well, that's what he said. He didn't lie. He was telling people not to buy it so he can buy it. When people don't buy it, there's stock left so he can get. I don't think he was thinking that next level. Thank you for the $2, Sicilian. And he says, please play Mario Luigi Brothership battle theme. Yeah, I'll play that right now. That should have not been playing. Sorry about that, guys. 4 more added onto the combo breakers. We're gonna play that battle theme for you guys. Big love to Sicilian. Thank you for the $2, and big love to JCat with another 2 British pounds, adding on to the total that she did earlier with the 5 or with the 3. Now getting to 5 British pounds. Thank you so much, JCat. Appreciate that. All right, so Mario and Luigi Brothership, Mario and Luigi Brothership. Battle theme. Hopefully you're having a good time with the game yourself. I know I am having a good time as well. So just main battle theme. All right, let's see here. Is homie Brooke or is he a cheapskate? Bro, I don't know, man. I just know that you probably shouldn't be charging your girlfriend you shouldn't. I don't know if you should be charging your girlfriend $500 for a launch model PS5. Like, I don't know. Hey, don't buy PS5 Pro. Make your girlfriend do it. Seriously, man. Oh my gosh. That was such a funny thing. But I mean, it seems. Listen, I've seen worse and crazier from people to their significant others, girlfriend, boyfriend, stuff like that. So I've seen worse. I've definitely seen worse. So I think it's funny. He sold her some games to that. She could have borrowed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. If she never plays PlayStation, I don't know. But I just think it's funny. Once again, I'm not hating on it. Hey, look, man, people do stuff all the time. You know, that some people, how some couples manage their money or whatever. It is what it is, you know. And I guess if you break up with the girl, maybe you're not going to feel anywhere near as bad. If you just give her that PS5 and then you break up with her, I guess you won't be feeling as bad. You know? I guess you will not be feeling as bad. So yeah, it is what it is on that one. Music is pretty low. All right. Music is pretty low. Let me get this music a bit higher. Hold up. Give me a second. Sicilian with another 2 says, and to honor GC Guy, I'm gonna sleep on my closet floor. Oh man, the classic closet floor, the classic closet floor. You can't go wrong with that, man. You can't go wrong with that. So you can't go wrong with $31 plus on the board for the Hokage, Mr. Sicilian. Anybody that's 31 or more, you can beat up my man Sicilian Gamer at the top of the board. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's go. I'm not charging my girlfriend for a PS5 I'm not using anymore. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think if this is true, which it might be, obviously it might be. So if this is true, then I would say this. I would say listen, they have their own, you know, how they do money, how they do whatever, right? And everybody doesn't have the same thing. But yeah, I wouldn't charge my girlfriend for that if I had one. How about my wife? That I don't know. Like, I could understand maybe a bit, like, if you just met the girl, like, you know, if you just met her, maybe. But I don't know how long he's been talking to her. I don't know. We don't know all the specifics and the details, you know. So you never really know overall, right? Like you don't know what else is going on, and it's their money, it's their whatever. So yeah, it is what it is. So it's their money; they can do what they want or not or whatever. So yeah. That's something that the homie. That's something you do with the homies, not the significant other. Yeah, I know. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. How about this? If you just met a girl, you've been dating a girl for a month, would you buy her? Would you charge her for the PS5 if she wanted your like? Let's just say you just met her. You think she's all right, but there's some red flags here and there. Would you? And she's like, "Yo, I want your PS5." What would you do? Would you just give that to her? Would you sell it to her? And she's like, "Hey, I want that PS5. I'm willing to pay for it." What would you do in that situation? Like, let's just say you just met her. Everything's okay, but there's some things here and that you don't like. Maybe it's just things are kind of shaky, but it's all right. Everything's going okay enough. What would you do in that situation? Yeah, she's paying. How much is she paying, though? How much is she paying? Just don't be like RT, where apparently he give that Betty girl a Switch despite she already having one. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, that one Becky girl, whatever. I did see that, or Betty girl, or whatever her name is. I did see like one video with her, and Review Tech like called her up on the phone, and she's like, "What's going on?" You know. So yeah, hey, what's up, Rescue Squad? Welcome. Probably like 350. Okay, 350. So you be charging your girlfriend too, right? How's the music now? It might be a red flag for her if I charge her for a PS5 when she doesn't even play PlayStation. Yeah, that's definitely a red flag, bro. That's definitely a red flag. Like, if you're talking, like, depending on what, like, who the girl is, like, some girls would literally, I think they might see that as, like, he's being cheap and stingy. And I don't want to be with that type of guy, you know? So... That's the thing. Half MSRP, $250, $420 at least. Having a PS5 to begin with for me is a red flag. What? I'm charging my girlfriend if I had one triple for my PS5. Alonzo says, I'm charging my girlfriend if I had one triple for my PS5. Triple. Yeah, she's going to see all those Switch games that you buy, Alonzo, like your freaking fortress of Switch games, and just be like, all right, you'll buy yourself 10,000 Switch games, but you can't get me a PS5. Alonzo put up a freaking 7-foot Shaquille O'Neal size monument to Switch games. She's gonna be like, all right, your Switch games are more valuable than me. I'm out, you know. Or trade, let's see here, or trade me a Michael Kors bag for my mom and $200. Get mama involved in there too? Neo Geo write it? You know, hey, look, man, it is what it is at this point. It is what it is. Alonzo, you've had your kids. You don't care at this point. You're not dating. You're not going on dates or nothing. I mean, not to pry into the private life, Alonzo. You don't have to answer. You're not going on no dates or nothing, bro. You ain't testing the market. I know I know you probably going on a few dates, right? You're testing the market out there, you know. Look, if she insisted, I might go ahead and do it. But I've been with women who didn't mind paying for stuff. So maybe that's what happened with DCG. But he came online to cap about it. Yeah. 500 MSRP, though, is crazy, though. That's crazy. You know? So yeah, man. That just seems wild to me to go that high. But, yeah. Man, if I had over 1,000 Switch games, I wouldn't be dating either. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't think I have 1,000. I mean, Yeah, I don't think I have 1,000 Switch games. I think I probably have like around like physical. I probably have like a couple hundred. I think I have maybe like 200, about 200 or so games. Physical. Yeah, maybe about 100 something to 200. But yeah, I don't got anywhere near as much as my man Alonzo. Alonzo, he's the Switch game god. He's the goated Switch guy. Even the games thrown in, it seems like a bad deal for the. Yeah, I would say because like they just want to play Baldur's Gate 3 together. So if you just want to play Baldur's Gate 3 together, so if you just want to play Baldur's Gate 3 together, then you know pretty much there's no. I mean, do you need to buy all the other stuff? Do you need to know all the other different things and all that stuff like that? I'm not sure. Not sure if you need to, but yeah, like I said, I have my options open, but I work a lot. It'd be hard to find time to date. I definitely would if I had the right person. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. You are always at work though too, and like when you get back, you're just tired. You just want to eat. You just want to eat and just go to sleep, or just obviously hang out with your kids when you have your kids. So yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, it just seems like it's draining between work, right? Between work and between, like, dealing with people at work or dealing with personal people, family, or exes or whatever. It just, everything's, for a man, it's just draining, bro. Like, you just don't, yeah, you don't even want to spend time dating. I think that's why, for me, I was like, I dated and got married fairly quickly just because I was like, I don't even want to spend time sitting here. I'm old, too, so I need to just, like, whatever, But like if I ever, I don't think I will, but if I ever got like divorced or if I was ever done, I don't think I'd ever probably like have another like serious relationship ever again. Like I'd probably date, but I'd just be really casual. I'd probably just take care of my kids and just casual like work and just like casually, very, very casually date. Probably wouldn't even be serious about anything. It'd have to be pretty good situation. But yeah, I'd probably be the same way. See, Black Ops 6 of my ROG ally X kills the Switch hard. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? And this week here in Taiwan, there's only Steelers versus Commanders game live. As someone who used to live near DC, Ravens fan might take a watch. Okay, nice. Let's go. Let's see here. Yeah, but options like always, Alonzo. Options like always, man. Charge that girlfriend triple, bruh. I was dating this girl for a little while, but it didn't work out, which was so disappointing. Oh man. So you were dating someone like recently, and like she just like broke it off or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I had that too. I remember back before I found my wife, before we started dating, and I remember in 2018, I was like, I got out of, this relationship that I had, I was already out of that relationship for years. It already been done. It just was like, even just like super, super, super done. But it was done before that. There was so many red flags, and it was done well before 2018. But that's when I actually started trying to put myself out there. And I remember going on like a lot of different dates in 2018. Like I was dating like a lot, and I was not like, there was one girl that I thought that was pretty cool, that I was like, if she wanted to go be like more committed, I would be, but like she ended up just like super friend zoning me like out of nowhere, and I was like, yeah, that was kind of disappointing. So I know how you feel, man. It wasn't that long ago, so I know how you feel. But yeah, I deleted her whole existence. Like I don't even remember her name, like I deleted her whole, deleted everything off. I deleted the whole thing. So, but yeah, we went on a few dates. Everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, she's just like, oh, she doesn't want to hang out no more. I'm like, oh, what happened? So yeah, I understand, bro. It's disappointing when it doesn't work out. But, like I said, there's many, 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 many fish in the sea. Many fish in the sea, brother. So I think you realize that as well. So yeah, many, 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 many fish in the sea. Many fish in the sea. you think the gaming landscape will be different this gen now? That PS, this gen now that PS. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see. Gaming landscape will be different. PS has a mid-gen refresh, but Xbox does it. I don't think much is gonna change at this point. Mad Cisco with the 499 says, glad Dreamcast Guy just didn't bought Dreamcast Guy a PS5 Pro. People's probably screaming murder. Dreamcast Guy made male gigolo. I'm not sure what's going on there, bro, but thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. Yo, shout out to yo. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on, but it sounded funny. Thank you for the 5. We're at 87 on the board, guys. We still got 30 minutes left in the stream. We got time to unlock that bonus stream. You know what time it is. All right, let's go. 13 combos. We will definitely get that going. Thank you so much, Mad Cisco, with the $5 holla. Partyman says girlfriend talks always comes back. Always come back at some point. We haven't had a good girlfriend talk in a hot minute. So we haven't had a good girlfriend talk in a hot minute. So yeah. So yeah. Haven't had a girlfriend talk in a bit. If you guys need girlfriend advice, I'm not the person to ask. No, I'm joking. As per usual, the occasional Switch slanter. At this point, Switch slanter doesn't even mean anything. Like, especially a ROG Ally, that thing sells like 10 people have that system. Like, like nobody cares. So I don't care. He's coming into my stream at 9:38 at night talking about Black Ops 6. Dude, Black Ops sucks. Call of Duty's trash. Like, imagine freaking hyping up Call of Duty. Like, what the fuck? At least pick a good game. Dude, Call of Duty's ass. I don't care about Call of Duty. Imagine hyping up that. Like, playing Call of Duty on a portable and hyping that up. Like, that's not anything to be hyped up about. Chances are things aren't going great in your life if Call of Duty on a Saturday night is your highlight. I'm sorry, bro. If that's the highlight of your night or something that's good going, bro, I'm telling you, things aren't going great. I can tell you that right now. I sure as hell would not be doing that. At least not bragging about it. I might have played, but I ain't bragging about it. Shout outs to Sicilian Gamer with the $2. This is, I got 99 problems. Yeah, 99 problems. And a PS5. Selling my PS5 to my girlfriend ain't one. Sounds like to me you were friend zone. Bro, I got friend zone. I got friend zone to a million. And I said that. Like, I was like, yo, I told it. The funniest thing is like, yo, I was like, it's better to get friend zone over text message than in person. And then she was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. She was just like laughing about it. And I was like, all right, no, that's cool. She's like, oh, we can be friends. I was like, no, I'm good. But yeah, I wish you a good one. She said we can be friends. I said, nah, I'm good. I'm straight, but I wish you the best. That's what I said to her. I was like, I wish you the best, but nah, I'm good. I'm good on the friends thing. I ain't gonna. You're not my friend. I don't even remember who she is. No, I ain't going to. Hey, what's up? Oh, I'm with Michael. Like, oh, okay, well, you guys have a good night. Like, nah, fam, I'm out. I'm out. Not being any friend. I ain't got nothing to say. Thank you, Sicilian, with the $2 though. Up in the Hokage to 33. Let's go. Anybody that's 33 or more, you can beat out my man Sicilian at the top of the board. Let's go. I went on a date with this girl to go watch the first Sonic movie, and she got cringy with me while I tried to get close to her. Just pulled away. After the date, we went our ways. First of all, Super Christian, I'm about to roast you right now. Why would you bring a girl to go see the Sonic movie? What the? Like, that's your first mistake. Your first mistake is bringing a functioning, intelligent, if she is or not, lady to go see the Sonic movie. And if you're taking Fidel out on a date, I think it's a good idea. He might like you if you do that. He'd probably marry you if you did that. But no. First date Sonic movie? Bruh, come on now, bruh. That's something. Sonic movie is something you watch when y'all been dating, y'all out the crib, y'all Netflix, whatever. That's, bro, you do not take a girl to go see the song unless you guys are already set and solid. If y'all already set and solid, then yeah, that's a wife, that's a longtime partner, if that's a longtime girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you're into, you know, yes. But like, if you just met, no, y'all do not go see Sonic. You deserved that one. The fact that you were trying to get close, and it, Christian, that's weird, bro. There's kids in there. What you doing, man? There's kids in there, buddy. What are you doing? That's weird. There's kids in there. You're trying to get all close. What's going on, buddy? That's a kids movie. That's families. Don't you think she was probably thinking this is a little weird? We're in a kids movie. Yeah, man, that's FBI. Well, he's not in America, so no FBI, but Interpol, open up. I don't know what the hell they do over there. Bro, you can't be doing that, man. You can't be going to a kids movie trying to get all close and all that, bro. It's a kids movie, Christian. What are you doing, brother? I think that's why she maybe felt uncomfortable. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I gotta roast you on that one, brother. I gotta roast you on that one, Christian. I gotta roast you on that one. That's a bad move. That's not her fault. I can understand why y'all went separate ways because that just seems awkward. But yeah, if you're gonna go to like for example, I took that girl that I got friend zoned by. We went to go see. Oh wait, never mind. We didn't go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We went to go see Jurassic Park, but even that's still kind of like there was like kids in there, so like I didn't do anything. You just sit down and watch the movie. Listen, if she wants to give you a kiss and all that, if you guys just started, she'll give you a kiss later. It won't be inside the movie theater. And it depends on how old you are. If you're older, like older women or older girls will not want to do that at the movie theater. That's something for like younger, like teenagers. Like that's like a teenage thing. That's not once you hit like after high school. Yeah, it doesn't really need to be like that in the movie theater. That's like a high school thing, you know? That's like a high school thing. He says, let's see here. Okay, fair point. Yeah, see, so I think it's just adding some extra layer of context. You might have not understood what was going on, you know? I'm just trying to add a little bit extra layer of context to why maybe she did not want to, or she maybe felt a little bit uncomfortable. So yeah, so what about taking a girl to the Mario movie? I mean, I don't know if anybody would, you know, would do, I'm not sure who would do that. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if anybody would do something like that. I'm not sure who would be compelled to take a date to the Mario movie. I'm not sure. There might be some people, but I'm not sure who those people are. Mad Cisco says Sonic, not a bad date movie if you're 13. Yeah, party man, exactly. Sonic, yeah. Shout outs to Mad Cisco. Thank you for another $1.99. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $1.99, brother. 91 on the board. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So y'all Americans don't get touched on the first date. No, you can't. You can absolutely. No. There's no. Trust me, man. Oh no. Objection! It's just you're at a kids movie, bro. You're at a kids movie. That's all, man. There was. I remember one time, went on a first date. It was, yeah. No, I mean it can happen. It's just yeah. Yeah, after a certain age, movie dates seem like they're immediately not serious about the person. A lot of my girlfriends tell me they hate that as a first date. Yeah, movie dates just like it depends on how old you are. Like I said, like, if you're like high school, it's like whatever. But yeah, I try to get a handle with 7-year-olds in the vicinity. Yeah, man. It's like, hey, somebody be like, yo, what's going on over there? Don't look. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? So it is what it is, though. You know. Of course, they will hate movie dates. They want you to spend hundreds on clothes and food. Not on a first date. I don't know any girl that wants you to spend hundreds on clothes and food. most girls know that that's not happening. Like most girls, guys, whatever, they know that like you're not gonna be spending hundreds of dollars on a first date on clothes. And if a girl did that to me, I'll be like, all right, I'm out. I'll just leave. I've never done that in my life. So never done that in my life. What the hell are you talking about, Dub City? One time I spent $300 on the first date. I got lucky that night. What? You spent $300 on the first date and got lucky? Brother, that's not called getting lucky. That's just called... That's not lucky, bro. That's just called legal... legal something else after. Legal institution. I'll just call that. That's called legal institution, brother. There was no luck involved, brother. You paid good money. Oh man. That was definitely, it might have been a business transaction. At least it might have been. I mean, imagine if nothing happened though, bro. That was definitely would have been that would have been a scam, bro. That would have been a scam. That would have been a scam. So at least you paid that $300. At least something turned out. I've seen guys pay more than that and come home like with nothing. Come on. I've seen dudes pay more than that, and the girl goes home with somebody else. We never let him live that one down, bro. I ain't never heard from the homie since then. He literally walked off into the sunset like Ryu and never came back. I hope he's alright. But I remember there was one time, I think it was like a cool this was back in the day though, so obviously the money's worth more now in value. It was like a cool 200 something on the first day. He just met, bruh. He came back. We were like, you back early. He was just like, the music came on, bruh. What's that? What's that? Oh my gosh. The music like this came on, bro. Where'd he go? Where's the champion? I thought you was a girl. There was a girl there you were with. This bro walked off like this. Already seeking the next challenge. The ceremony means nothing. He just walked off into the sunset. Swore I never saw the dude again. Never saw him again. He was sad as hell. Oh my gosh, he was sad, bro. We ain't never seen the guy again. Maybe this is what he was doing. He became a hermit. Oh man, bro, that was the funniest thing. That was the funniest thing I ever seen. OJ, let's keep it well. Nothing for free. Oh my gosh, shout out to Street Fighter 2. He was so sad he had to show you. Yeah, I mean, there's been times where I've been so angry, where I've had to show you something. I felt like I needed to show you something, bro. There's been times when I've been so upset. I felt like I needed to show you something. The date I mentioned was like 15 years ago. Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I don't even remember I don't even remember my 15 years ago, bro. I don't even remember what I was doing 15 years ago. What year was that? 15 years ago. What year was that? 15. We in 2024, so 15 years ago, what, 2009? Gosh. Yeah, man, I don't even want to think that far back, bro. My whole life was completely different, man, in 2009. I don't even know what I was doing back then. Need some first-time father advice? First-time father advice? Oh, man. Get sleep when you can. And get sleep when you can, brother. If the baby's sleeping and you're not at work, or you're obviously, you need to sleep. So get rest when you can, man. I took a nap today with my boy. Okay. Okay. No, it was well worth it, Jeffrey. That 300, well spent. If that was the case, well spent, brother. So yeah, well spent. Everything was fine. So it was burned into your yeah. Oh man, well spent, well done. Well done, well spent. Nothing wrong there. I was 11 at the time. Lucette was 12. Oh man, you guys are the same age. Middle school days playing Guitar Hero every day. I was basically done with college. I had enough credits, but I had to stay for a stupid a stupid dancing class that I ended up not even really attending, and ended up switching my major for anyway, just so I didn't have to worry about it. So it was dumb. But yeah, I should have already been graduated, but I had to stay. I actually stayed an extra year, but I was done by. I was just messing around and goofing around in 2009 in college because I was already finished. I got into college in 2005, and then I was already done by 2009. I was done. I was done that fall year, but I had that stupid freaking dancing class, and I ended up just getting out of it anyway. Anyway, then I graduated 2010. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I don't know, man. My life was just a blur. I was still thinking that I had a chance to play NFL, so I was training. I was playing semi-pro football, and then I was training to go over to play in the UFL at that time. So I was still just very confident that I could snake a path to the NFL some way, but that wasn't gonna. Obviously, it didn't happen. But yeah, I was trained. I know I was at the gym all the time. I was always at the gym. Broke as hell and always at the gym. Let's see. That mean you dropped. That mean you dropped to play RE5. Yeah. I dropped it to play RE5. Yeah, that class, the one that I dropped to play. I did drop the dancing class to play RE5 a lot, and just because I was tired of it too. I was tired of it, and I wanted to play RE5. I hated the big break that I had because I started class at 7:30. I had to get all my classes done from 7:30 to about 11:30. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3 hours. Boom. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. I was done. And then all of a sudden, there's a big old break till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or whatever. A couple hours break, a few hours break, and then I got a dancing class at 2:30. I was like, bro, I'm not trying to wait all those 2 hours and to go to a dancing class. So I just got tired of it. And Resident Evil came out, and I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm done. See, those are my Mario Kart, Wii, and Smash Bros. Brawl days, I bet. Those were probably the best days ever, man. I didn't finish college. I want to go back, but honestly not sure if it's even worth the expense. It depends on what degree you get, Lucette. If you can get a degree that's legit, big money, or a good job that'll help improve your life, I would consider going back. Especially now you don't have kids, you don't, and all that. So, at least you might, but I don't think you do. And you're single, if you are single. So if you're single, no kids, I would say if you can and you can go back to college and get a degree that's going to help you find a really good job and improve your life, then I'd say do it. But I mean, it's up to you. Let's see. A kid in a Discord server called you boomer for being 27. I mean, you're anything past 25, Lucette. Not at this point, you're old. That's what I realized with the young kids. Anything past 25 years old, because you're on the wrong side you're heading to 30. Whenever kids see 30, that's oh my gosh. So if they see a number that can be rounded up to 30, you're in trouble. So yeah, anything past 25, kids will say that you're old, Obviously 27 is incredibly young, 27's incredibly young, and you've got a ton of life in front of you. So much life to live in front of you. So don't worry about what some boomer kid has to say. They know you say, let's see, you got to pay for such marriage. Damn painful. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Mr. Davis. Not sure what you're talking about, brother. Not sure. Oh, I remember this one. Staff Roll Remix. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Nisquick? I'm stuck on a hard boss in Metaphor right now. Which boss? What is it? A late game boss or early game boss? Because I can tell you what strategy to do to beat pretty much any boss in the game. If you want me to tell you, I can tell you what strategy to do. Like I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but I can tell you what strategy to do to beat most bosses in the game. Late game, so I won't say. Okay. Strat is obviously Will. I don't know how you raised Will. Did you raise Will as a wizard or as like a physical bruiser? Whatever you raised Will as, use the best physical stat for him for that or whatever you want, right? If he's a wizard like magic or whatever, use that, whatever class you got him. Hulkenberg, use as like a knight. If you have an advanced class of knight, use Hulkenberg as an advanced class knight. Heisme, he's the fastest in the group. So use him as anybody that can heal and also do like anything you need to debuff the enemy or anything like that. So use Heisme as a commander or whatever, as like a general commander, whatever you've got there. And then for your fourth, it can be like it can be whatever fit that you feel fit the team. So whoever you have, like, you know, whether you want to use your summoner or you want to use whatever, that's like a whatever, it doesn't matter. But have those three in there. And the key is Heisme. Usually when you get messed up in the game is because they're debuffing you or they're buffed up and you're not doing anything to stop them from doing that. So that's the key to a lot of the bosses in the game, is just having somebody that can get you out of that, but that's also fast enough to get you out of that. Heisme is the fastest. So yeah, do that. And most of the time, that will get you out of most things. That will get you out of most stuff. Also, make sure that you have no weaknesses to what that boss does, because obviously extra turns destroy you. So yeah. Debuff enemies as a faker lineage. Personally use protagonist as a healer and seeker. Yeah, you can do that too. I know some people use Will as faker or use him as a healer, or use him even if you use him as like, you know, some of the other classes, and like you use a mask for a different class so you can have access to even more stuff. So yeah, it depends on how you want to do it, but yeah, strat is like make sure that you have somebody is gunner with debuffs. Also use him dancer and summoner. Yeah, like the commander lineage is really good because commander can move people to the front, move people to the back, and then also raise their defense. He also has a the Makatsui skill, I guess their version, they call it, what do they call it? Synthesis. He has a synthesis called Assault Beacon. If you pair up Assault Beacon with Hulkenberg's line, it raises everything multiple levels. So there's a thing called Assault Beacon, and it takes two press turns, and it's freaking incredible. And it bumps up your hit, your evasion, your defense, and your offense for only two turn systems. So that's a really, really, really good synthesis skill. Really good. It's gonna help keep you alive, and it's gonna help you potentially dodge. If you have a person that has boosted agility and luck, you know, like really good luck and really good agility, they might dodge stuff if you use that Assault Beacon. So you can even do it like, if you get like a critical hit or something, like it'll get back to Heisme for another turn, and maybe you do like another Assault Beacon. So you do 2 Assault Beacons, you're gonna be buffed up on defense, and you're gonna probably dodge things too. So yeah. The only problem with Faker is that it uses up a ton of MP. So there's that, like it uses up a lot of it. But yes, Faker lineage is really, really, really good. Because it gives you extra turns. It does a lot of good stuff. But that's my like foolproof no matter what. Most of the time that's gonna work. That's gonna work for most of the stuff. That Assault Beacon is so good. But yeah, I'd even say you can use what I said and then have Will as like a faker, right? Have Will as faker and do what DeAndre's talking about, then do like the rest of the strategy that I said. Let's see it. But yeah, try that. Try the Assault Beacon strategy with Hulkenberg and Heisme. Try that and see how that goes for you. I'm like 118 hours in on hard mode. And the funniest thing is that you guys, I mean, I know Nisquick, David Cast. He was talking about how he hates the weather effects because you don't get the press turn. Dude, you know how many bosses I've taken out that have the weather effects on hard mode? And I'm like, oh, heck yeah, bonus XP. You know how much XP you get if you take out bosses and enemies? You know, like, I love it when there's weather. I'm like, heck yeah, let me go. You don't get press turn, but you really got to double down. And, like, that strategy's helped me double down to beat bosses without press turn, you know, without extra attacks. So it's great. What you got a question? What's the P sales on the PS5 Pro? I'm not sure, man. They'll let us know in a bit. Is there anything coming out that can knock Metaphor off your game of the year? Nothing this year, no. I'm pretty sure Metaphor will be my game of the year this year. But Mario and Luigi was the only game. But even that I knew wasn't going to be better than Metaphor. I already knew that it wasn't going to be better than Metaphor ReFantazio. There's not really anything else coming out. What's the rest of the games? I mean, there's Fantasia and Neo Dimension. That's not going to be able to take out Metaphor. I don't think there's really anything else, like any other big games. So I'm waiting to get Metaphor for myself for Christmas. I feel a lot of FOMO hearing you guys talk about it. Really love turn-based. Hey, shout out to Lucette. Yeah, it's really good. It's super, super, super good. Yeah, you're a Yakuza girl. You're always playing that. So yeah, play your Yakuza games. Enjoy it. Yakuza games are good if you just play them like one after another. Like the story and like the characters, like don't take the break. You know, just keep going. Whenever you get free time, just keep going. Silent Hill 2 remake is my game of the year. Silent Hill 2. That's a great game. It's a great game for sure. Yo, Mr. Gamer, Mr. J, thank you for the raid, brother. Appreciate that. Shout outs to the raid over there on Twitch. 8 people plus rating. We're about to actually end the stream. Oh my gosh, you came with like the worst time, but hey, it's better than nothing. I'll take it. Thank you for the raid, man. Appreciate that. Make sure you guys follow. For those who are not following, make sure you guys follow. Because yeah, we hit our bonus max stream of 3 hours, so we're at 256. You beat the boss. Well, there you go. You didn't need my strategy at all. You got it. You got it done. You got it done. You got it done. I love the advanced classes. I love the advanced classes with Metaphor. It's great. Love the advanced classes. All right. Keep on hitting that like button. If you have not hit that like button, let him know. All good, Mr. Players. Good. Hey, shout outs, Mr. Gamer, Mr. J. Shout outs, bro. Geek Show. What's up, baby? Triple 86. What's good, man? I'm not getting anything for Christmas. All I want for Christmas, bro, is my boy to be happy. All I want for Christmas is to supply a Christmas for my boy, for my son. That's all I want. All I want is for my wife and my son to have a great Christmas, in particular my son, but also I want to give my wife a good Christmas too, give her stuff. But I'm not asking for anything. I don't care if I get anything. I don't need anything, actually. To be honest, I don't need anything. All I want is for my boy and for my wife to have a good Christmas. This is going to be our first Christmas. We spend it at my mom's house, but then we also have some other property and stuff that we do. This is my first one that we're going to have some bigger stuff. So I'm excited to put up a tree. I'm excited to have presents underneath there. Matching pajamas, gingerbread. I don't care. I'm doing all that corny Christmas stuff because I ain't never really got a chance to do that, you know, before previous relationship and all that. And I really want to do that this year. I want to do the tree. I want to do pajamas. I want to do the little freaking stockings. I want to do all of that. I've legitimately never done that in my adult life. Like never once. I've been with people and we've had places and they've never done it. So this will be my first time ever doing that. So that's what I want to do this year. You like Metaphor more than SMT Vengeance? Well, find out in my video that I'll be doing when I beat the game. So once I beat the game, then I'll give my final verdict. My game of the year is another Code Recollection with Trails Through Daybreak and MEO Famicom DC behind it. You would pick a game like another Code Recollection. That's a DJ King game, bro. That's a DJ King game in and out, where you're sitting here and like picking up lost memories to go find your dad, you know, your dad from 30 years ago and stuff. Oh my gosh. But shout outs to everybody that came through. Thank you guys so much for the support tonight. 91 on the combo board. We got so close to the bonus stream. We were so close, 91, but that's okay. We were 9 combos away. But that's gonna wrap it up for this stream. I do appreciate everybody that came out. Check out my most recent video on Xenoblade Chronicles X. I talk about what is massive for Xenoblade Chronicles X going forward, Definitive Edition, and what it can do. I think it's a great video. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Here's the link. I'm going to put it in the Twitch and on YouTube. Go check it out. Go watch it. I appreciate all that. Appreciate everything. Hey, look, your dad's still got a lot more birthdays around, bro. He's 61. You good, brother. Good health will be with your dad. You don't got to worry about it. But yeah, spend any time for people that still have their parents around. Spend any time that you can spend with them, especially if they're a bit older. Spend it with them. I know I'm very happy with, you know, my mom and spending time with her and all that. So, you know, so yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's a good thing. All you want is for other people to be happy. That's the same thing for me, man. All I want is for, like I said, my boy and for my wife and for my family to be happy. I love Thanksgiving because it's all about family, food, and friends. I love Christmas because before it's about presents, but it's not about presents for me. I haven't received anything for Christmas in a long time, and I don't want anything. To be honest, I don't want nothing. I just want everyone else to be happy. I agree. I think that's a great one. Materialistic things for Christmas are good for people, but I think it's fun seeing somebody else get hyped and excited. Like, you know, I buy my nephews things for Christmas all the time. I buy them things for birthdays, and they get so excited, and that gets me happier than me getting anything. I don't need anything, you know? So, I've decided to continue living with my parents. You ever gonna move out one of these days, DJ King? You just gonna stay there? I mean, you stay wherever you want. But yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with, if you feel like staying with your parents, bro, like, savor staying with your parents, you know? Nope, you're just gonna stay there? Hey, look, it is, as long as they don't mind having you there, you can stay. You can definitely stay. If they don't mind having you there and you're cool with staying there, then stay, you know. Definitely stay. It's a Haitian thing. Ah, I see. I got you, brother. All right, shout outs, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to tonight's stream. I'm about to say tonight's dream. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna have a Mario and Luigi Brothership, and maybe even like a normal stream on top of that. Like do like a bonus stream, and then do Mario and Luigi Brothership like after that or before it or something. So we'll probably might do a little bit of a combo. We'll see. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. Thank you guys for being awesome. Go watch my most recent video. Go watch my most recent video on Xenoblade Chronicles X. We are giving away a digital copy of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. So if you haven't checked that out, check that video out, check it out. I talk about it there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being awesome. Love you guys. Respect. Big love to everybody that came through and supported. Big love to Sicilian Gamer. Big love to everybody that dropped donos. Everybody that came through. It was crazy tonight. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the stream for tomorrow. Yeah, Sunday we're gonna do, like I said, Mario and Luigi Brothership. We should, unless something happens to where I can't, but I should be able to do it. I should be able to do it tomorrow. So, all right, guys, love y'all so much. We'll catch you guys for the next one.